right. Our bit rate's all set. Everything's all square. Cool. Hello and welcome to our Professor Layton, or the first of our Professor Layton playthroughs. We intend for this to be a fully voice-acted, quote-unquote, fully voice-acted playthrough. So look forward to that. And Grant had some things that he wanted to clarify about the series, I guess.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So, as you are all well aware, I'm a big fan of Professor Layton, and I recommended we do Diabolical Box, even though it is the second in the initial trilogy of the games, because I think it's better. And so I also wanted to briefly run down a few characters to explain them, and I know
characters that were like introduced in the first one, but we're skipping
exactly.
that? Okay.
Yeah, but now they don't get a full introduction. So obviously the first two being our main characters, Professor Layton
Bartleby and the
Luke.
Scrivener.
No. Professor Layton, as background, he is an actual professor of archaeology. He works at a university, but he's a fucking genius and loves puzzles, and above all, he is a tried and true 100% bona fide gentleman.
He's a gentleman.
Amazing.
Yes. That is his thing. Luke is his apprentice.
Small child.
Small child is his apprentice. Luke's father and Layton were friends, and now Luke just hangs with Layton all the time, and they have adventures together.
I thought you were about to say, and then Luke's father died, and so now he's here.
Spoilers.
That would have not surprised me.
Luke idolizes Layton and wants to be just like him. He wants to be a gentleman. He wants to be, you know, a great puzzle solver and whatnot.
What did this?
I know. Here we have someone that Zach lovingly refers to as the Scrivener, who is Inspector Kemley of Scotland Yard. He is gruff, angry man who doesn't really like Layton because he's the what's-his-face, Sherlock.
He's the Lestrade.
Yeah, he's like the Inspector.
Moriarty?
No.
Moriarty's like a rival. I don't know if this guy's a villain per se.
Yeah, he's just kind of, he's not a villain. He's just kind of like, he doesn't like Layton that much because he's like, oh, this should be all my doing, but Layton's much more efficient than he is.
Better.
Yes, Bartleby, as Zach refers, that's... Okay, I can see it.
That's Zenigata from Lupin the Third. I wonder where the inspiration comes from.
I wonder.
But anyway.
Here we have Barton. There's not much to say about him other than he's attached at the hip to Inspector Kemley, and he's just there.
Okay.
In Professor Layton, the Curious Village, introduced Flora also, who is a girl in the village. She's very kind.
She's like
and
50% eyeball.
She is. She is a young girl.
Her body weight is 30% eye.
Yes. She's very naive, but a very kind person, and she really likes being around Professor Layton and Luke because they're her friends, and she gets upset when they leave. Okay. And then last but not least, Zach took a particular liking to this character, is Don Paolo. Don Paolo is the Saturday morning cartoon villain of the Professor Layton series. He
give me a second. Okay, keep talking. I'm gonna do something with this guy.
Oh, Zach's putting in edit. He is he proclaims Layton as his nemesis. Layton, I don't think sees it as that way.
So this is the Moriarty.
This is the not really. He's like if Moriarty went to clown college. There is a Moriarty, but he's not in this game.
Oh, okay.
So he's like Moriarty went to clown college. The only difference is Don Paolo is a master engineer. He's like a genius inventor and makes crazy fuck you machines. And he is also an incredible master of disguise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so that is his thing, and he hates Layton for stuff in the next game that we will not be playing, unfortunately.
Nice. Okay.
We won't be playing it at all, or yet?
I don't. That's up to you.
Okay, we'll cross that bridge when we come there. Give me a second. I'm trying to do something.
As you guys said, the game is very puzzle heavy. In fact, that is the primary gameplay, is just a bunch of sometimes fun, sometimes not puzzles that are different in difficulty and blah, blah, blah. That it's self-explanatory. Some of them utilize the stylus more than others, but they're very creative and unique and fun. And yeah, this all takes place in fucking England, so yay.
Right, British accents and whatnot. Dude, what the
British
frick
accents.
happened to the... Oh, there he is. Okay. I don't know if Saba's watching.
Oh my god. He's ginormous.
I'm working on it,
Did you make
okay? It's
giant
hard to
doll-
edit this shit on the fly.
You gotta move him to the
Giant
right.
Paolo.
And you should flip him so he's facing the game.
I'm working on it, my guy. Come on, give me a second.
Hey, I'm here to...
Put him in the face cam.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
you're getting
yeah.
there, you're getting there. I see it. Oh, okay, you have to move him right now. Yeah.
Damn it, I have to watch a Kenobi trailer first.
That's pretty good, Zach.
Oh, you know what? I actually do need to put him down a little further because he's cutting.
You like it? Is it good?
I like him.
Oh!
I like him just stand there.
He's gone. Give me a second. I'm putting him
No,
back.
bring it back.
There
Rest
he
in
is.
peace,
Peter Bond.
There he is.
Amazing.
Oh, I love him so much. Okay.
By the way, so Grant, should we know like what happened in the first game, or is that all right that we don't know?
You don't really have to.
What was the name of the first game? Was that Curious Village?
Curious Village. I kind of broke down everything you need to know for this game.
You just talked about
'cause-
characters.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. So the actual adventures are more or less self-contained.
More or less, except characters like Flora was from the Curious Village, and I guess all these characters were introduced in Curious Village, but you get the idea.
Right.
And
Okay.
there are prequel games even too, so, and they're very good except the ending of one that upsets me.
Ah, okay.
Because they had a really cool character, and then they didn't.
Layton.
Yeah, they killed off Layton. Can you believe it?
Okay. I think we're good to go. We
Alrighty.
did a little bit of testing earlier, and the game starts with an animated cutscene. So
Yes.
on a DS. So
Yes.
so
There's
let's-
actually quite a few animated segments in Layton games.
how do they fit that?
Level 5, baby.
Okay.
Superiority.
Yeah. I didn't save my progress, so I had to
Oh,
write
here
my
we
name
go.
again.
Okay, we're starting from scratch.
Oh,
Oh.
B.
Oh.
Yeah, I got it.
it.
Thank you, game. I wouldn't have known.
There are tales of a box that brings death upon any who dare open it. Tell me, do you think those rumors could be true?
Hey, look! There it is! Now this is what I call deluxe. Just look at this room.
Yes, I can certainly see why some call the Molenteri Express a cruise ship on rails.
This sofa's great.
Now, don't forget, Luke, a gentleman pays attention to his manners in every setting.
So what's the actual story behind the Elysian box anyway? All who open it die, huh? Sounds awfully fishy to me.
Perhaps so, but we've seen it happen with our very own eyes. The answer is out there, Luke, but I just need to find it.
We will. I know it.
You have to tap.
It's a strangely straightforward scene. What
do you mean?
Oh, we're getting on a train. Hey, what's up with this weird box? Also, it's gonna be really hard for me to do like my typical banter as Layton because I feel like it'd be really insulting to the character if I say something in his voice that's not gentlemanly. And I don't know if you know, but I am the world's greatest gentleman.
Of course, the world's greatest gamer and gentleman.
Gentleman.
Yes.
Okay.
There was a box
That's
that was
you.
rumored to kill anyone who opened it. At first, neither the professor nor I believed it. But all that changed with the arrival of a single letter.
P.
Luke, have a look here.
Dude, I don't have to do
So, I
anything.
mean, like, some of it is actually where they just speak the dialogue.
This is great. I don't have to do shit.
Yeah.
My favorite kind of voice acting, the kind I don't have to do.
Easy.
Oh, what's that, Professor?
It's a letter from my dear friend and mentor, Dr. Andrew Schrader.
So they received a letter from Andrew Schrader, and then Luke sent me a letter? Oboe?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I must say, I need to take note. The Luke's voice actor or actress, I was wondering why she seems so familiar. She plays I think, she's the voice of Nancy Drew.
Oh!
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
in her games, I believe.
Can you
Oh,
look up for
nice.
me real quick? Who does the voice for Layton?
Sure.
Oh my god, Jesse.
Hello.
Jesse.
Jesse,
me.
you son of a bitch. I know that we're in the middle of Professor Layton and Grant's been waiting a long time to do this. Jesse, I need you to actually respond to the message I sent you. You
I
son of a
completely
gun.
forgot. I forgot
First,
to respond to that.
so
Voiced
first off,
by-
my message was wrong. It's not next Sunday. It's the Sunday after that.
The 4th, right?
After
I mean, the
that.
5th.
After that.
Oh, after that?
Yeah. So
So,
because we're not streaming
12th.
we're not streaming this Sunday, and then the 5th is going to be when we're finishing.
Sexy Brutal.
Thank you. And so after that, if you and Grant are both available, that's when I want to start the Outer Wilds DLC.
on the 12th.
Yes.
I probably will be able to.
All right.
Okay,
Well, you two will
the
let me
voice
know
actor-
closer to that day.
Voice actor is Christopher Robin Miller. As
The Winnie the
English,
Pooh
I
guy?
believe.
Sorry, that took me a little bit.
Oh, the live action Winnie the Pooh movie? Crazy.
With Ewan McGregor?
I'm not sure.
With Magneto? Man.
With Magneto?
With
Ian
Magneto
McDiarmid?
in the Pooh Bear universe?
My dear Herschel, knowing you, I imagine you've already heard of the relic known as the
Which
Elysian.
Professor Layton game
Wait,
is
his name is Herschel Layton?
Yeah.
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 Sounds like a candy bar.
Delicious. Hershey's Layton.
My dear
This is also
Herschel
Diabolical
Layton,
box.
knowing you, I assume you've already heard of Elysian box.
That's what it's called in the UK version, is Professor Layton and Pandora's box.
Who would have guessed? Not me.
Yeah.
Which game is this?
This
Diabolical
strange
box. No, like which-
antique is
which
infamous
number
for
entry?
killing Anyone who opens
2
it.
in the original trilogy.
Before we got to the second trilogy, and then the third.
The prequel trilogy, and then the spin-off
daughter.
games, and then Catriel, yeah.
Yeah, the daughter, yeah. Mhm.
And then
How many times?
Crossover.
Whoa, look at this guy!
Yeah.
It's
This
freaking
dude-ass
Santa
dude.
Claus!
But you know how
That's a
I
pretty
Can you
cute
believe
design.
Santa Claus trained Layton?
How
I
many
can.
times are? Oh my God, is he the Layton to Layton's Luke?
Yes, he was his mentor.
Yeah. Oh man, I wish there were prequel games of that. That'd be great.
Like far back
Santa.
people.
How many times? I know we're taking a while to get through this intro. How many times are they going to tell us, like, hey, did you know that when you open this box, you die?
Zach, listen, man. Let
Once
me tell you.
something
Look into
piques
this
my
box. Open it
interest-
for me.
No! Oh, sure, dude. I love opening boxes. It's like Christmas. Thank you, Santa Claus.
Yeah.
That's why I'm pleased as punch to tell you that the elusive item is finally in my possession.
Check this shit out.
What's more,
Check
He
this
just kills
shit
him.
out, my guy.
of unraveling a
Watch
great
this. He just turns to like a random person on the street, opens the box, they die, and he closes it. And he's like,
Oh,
isn't
no.
that shit crazy?
They just
Wow.
get absorbed into the box.
Like,
Oh god, their soul.
Their entire like fucking soul. Oh my god, that'd be great.
Soul
Okay.
box.
For the moment, let's just
The
say I
soul
have
cairn.
a theory, though I haven't been able to prove it yet.
Game theory. Matt Pat.
Initially, it was my intention to finish my
I love
research
this guy's
before daring to
expression.
open its lid.
He's like,
See, I knew you'd like the character design.
This is who Zach wants to be when he grows up.
This is who I am now if I don't shave.
If you could grow like
But I
super
must
crazy
confess
cool
that my
mustache
curiosity
hair.
is simply overpowering. In the unlikely event that anything should happen to me, please.
How long is
finish
this
the
game?
work I've started here.
Game
Years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's shorter. How long to beat says it's shorter than Hero Wonderful 101.
Okay. All right. So, okay. Because I was thinking about it and I was like, man, this is a DS cartridge with apparently multiple, like, motion video things, right? Like compressed videos on it.
How much
Plus-
stuff can they fit?
Plus, like, a bunch of voice acting. Like, I literally don't think this game could be longer than 7 hours without the cartridge exploding.
13
it's
hours.
They'll figure
What?
out level 5's cool like that.
Yeah, true. Level 5 is sick.
How? I don't believe
13
it.
hours.
He doesn't believe you, I guess,
It's
Grant.
not.
Wonderful
It's not.
101 is
It's not
15.
actually voice acting. They literally just programmed sound bites of all the different phonemes that are relevant to the voice acting. So it's actually just just played in the
Banjo-Kazooie.
like played in the correct order, so it sounds like a sentence.
Your
Yeah.
friend, Andrew Schrader.
Andrew Schrader.
According to the postmark, this letter was sent 2 days ago. We should go pay the doctor a visit.
I know it took us a long time to get through that. I'm
Can't
sorry.
shake the feeling that something awful has happened.
He's
Well,
dead
your
already.
intuition's usually
It's because we didn't
spot
finish
on.
the prologue fast enough.
He's
I say we head out
super
right away.
dead, right? Like he opened the box and croaked.
Why would he do that? That'd be stupid. So
These are
these
the-
are the various mysteries throughout the game.
Yo, the hexagon though? Man.
Yoda hex.
Dude, I can't
Who
wait to
runs
go to
Mexican?
Disneyland.
Oh my.
We'll solve where the fuck is Walt Disney's head?
The Elysian box is an antique said to bring death upon any who dare open its lid. In case you didn't hear it the first 6 times, here it is again.
Hey Zach, here's a box. Don't open it.
Why?
Opens the box by accident.
What's in the box?
Yikes.
What's in the box?
What's in the
What's in
box?
the box? Hey,
Don't fuck
Jack,
with me,
do you know
man.
what's in the box?
it's I you have the Elysian box. The professor or whoever this guy is he a professor?
He's a guy. He's just some guy.
He's just some guy.
Schrader? He's a doctor.
He's a doctor, like a medical doctor or a doctor.
Doctor.
Doctor. So the doctor, I imagine him having, because he's British, right? So they have like a lot of tea and stuff. I like the idea of like on his countertop, there's 4 boxes. Like one of them is tea, one of them is cubes of sugar, another one is like stirring spoons, and then the 4th is the Elysian box. And just like instinctually, his wife is going to make things, and she doesn't actually like count. She's just muscle memory. So she opens the 4th one, just goes, ah! And like collapses to the floor,
Gross.
and he's like, yeah, don't open the box.
It kills you. So it's funny you bring up tea because aside from the main game, this game contains other games, mini games within, just other stuff to do.
Sure.
One of them is tea making.
Yes. Now, how does it compare? Since I know that you're a filthy Pokemon player, how does it compare to the curry mini game in Sword and Shield?
Better.
Perfect.
Amazing.
The curry minigame's not even that
Oh, there's
great.
no voice. What happened
Exactly.
to the... Did he
All
talk
right,
while I was
to
talking?
No, I don't think so.
Oh. Well, shit.
All right, time to start the voice acting. Zach.
Luke, before we go, would you be so kind as to fetch my car key? What?
What?
When
What,
is
he can-
this?
What, he
This
can
is
drive.
present day.
What are you talking? What? Wait, present day 2008?
More or less, yes.
Why does it
has
look
a
like
car.
this?
Because that's the style.
Because it's fucking London. They're
Yeah.
trapped in a time bubble.
This is no. Excuse you. That's bullshit.
Time
There's
bubble
sunlight
London.
here. This is not London.
True.
The sunlight.
But, yeah, it's present day 2008.
Like us, we're in 2008.
Yeah.
Feels
forever.
bad.
They're in one of the drawers in that desk.
Saba.
Does it me? Are we sure?
Professor.
Sure thing,
Do Nancy
Professor.
Drew. There you go.
Nancy Drew's like got a weirdly deep voice.
Does she?
Because it's a man.
Yeah.
It's me. It's Nancy Drew.
If there's something you wish to inspect, Luke, simply give it. I love it when video game characters address just through dialogue the fact that they're in a video.
Press the A button.
I mean-
how'd you do that with your mouth?
I mean,
He knows-
tap
he
could
knows too
just
much.
imply like he's literally tapping on the thing.
Tap
But
that ass.
how does that make any sense in real life? Yeah, see, it's like a cabinet drawer, and you just tap, and like you know what's inside.
Yeah, you feel the vibrations.
Flies open.
What, like
you
your
feel
paw?
the vibration. I'm picking up good
Luke must find the
vibrations.
car keys to the professor's car. Search by tapping on the desk
Car?
drawers.
I didn't realize the narrator was also had an accent. Yeah.
Oh, look at the little Layton symbol.
Yeah.
Look at, oh my god, there's
So that's
two.
your map. Yeah, that's your map, and that shows your current party, the little bouncing.
Oh, here we are, Professor.
Luke, what happened to you? You got Layton's keys. Oh, you know what? Fuck you, Grant. You do the narrator.
You got Layton's keys. You can find items you pick up in the professor's trunk.
You can find.
you can find items.
You
Do
can
you really
find.
like
Oh my god, that'd be great. You got
You
Professor
got
Layton's
Layton's
keys. You can find
You can
items you pick up in the professor's trunk.
Who the fuck is narrating us?
It's just some guy like hanging on his windowsill. Like, he found his keys.
Layton's keys.
Yo, Down Under Dan.
Oh.
That's a game that you could play, exactly. Down Under Dan.
We have a suggestion channel.
Zach has destroyed it.
Many thanks,
Gone.
Luke. Now, let's get moving. You do know how to move about, don't you, Luke? You put one leg in front of the
I
other.
think I forgot, Professor. Let me
Luke,
know.
please.
You bet I
Examine the
do.
stylist.
Let's see. First off, I tap the shoe in the lower right corner. Then I just tap one of the little arrows that appear to move in that direction.
Yes, correct. Very well done, Luke. Real quick question before we move on. Where are we exactly? How did this happen?
Shall I write down the instructions for you, Professor?
No. I understand how to move. I'm just curious as to where we are. Because
I don't
We're in
know.
a house.
we
We're in his-
were in my house. If you look at Luke's shadow, he is clearly standing in front of a wall.
He's
Look, man,
in the
what if he-
tutorial dimension.
What if they just have a white wall in the house?
Completely white.
That's exactly right, Luke. Just like what you just did to move from the wall to the rest of the room. Anytime you want to move,
Yeah.
start by giving your shoe icon a tap. Go on, try it out.
Do it. You won't.
Oh, he's mimicking his body language.
Yeah.
That's
did
the
it.
Luke
cutest
idolizes
fucking thing I
Layton.
have ever seen, my guy. That's like when that's like that one time that Pearl, or not the one time, but like that's when like Pearl mimics Maya's, like when she puts her hands on her hips. Oh, it's so good.
Luke idolizes Layton, and he tries to be much more grown up than he is because he's like 9.
Oh my god, this is great. That's the way, my boy. One can't investigate properly without first doing a little legwork, as they say.
I couldn't agree more, Professor. Now, shall we head off?
I don't like decapitation, but whatever you say.
Let's make like an
Wait,
executioner.
were
and head
the
off.
symbols on the wall just like what they are? Because like Layton's door just had his hat on it.
Pretty sick. Maybe if you're a professor, they'll get your symbol on a door.
Luke, before we set out, it would be wise of us to confirm the location of the doctor's flat. During one of his visits some time ago, he was kind enough to leave me a map to his home. He can't just leave you an address like a regular person?
Nope, map.
The map,
Because
as
we
you can
got it
see,
introduced.
is a rather unusual piece of cartography. Look here, Luke.
Funny words.
What?
Because guess what? They all love.
Oh, how clever!
Buses?
The map itself is a puzzle.
Oh, what? Is this an alternate universe where everything runs on puzzles?
Love it.
We can't all just yell objection.
Objection!
Professor, do you mind if I take a crack at it? I just want to know if I can solve this one.
Puzzle number
Puzzle
one.
number 1.
So those picarettes are basically a score you get at the end of it. It also determines the difficulty of the puzzle. If you try to solve the puzzle and guess wrong, the picarettes will go down, and thus your score.
Oh, okay. I can't imagine that having any sort of adverse effect. Can we rotate these? Oh my
I
god,
don't
there's
think
so
so.
much text on the top screen. Do I have to read that?
No, it's just telling you
thank
how to
God.
do it.
It just says restore the map, and then it says how to do it.
Yeah. So, how do these? It's Suro.
It's Suro!
Finally.
Finally. This one goes here?
No, yes.
No.
No. Yeah, the bottom one
Because
doesn't
it doesn't
come on.
fit.
This
It
one?
could be that one. Yeah.
There we go.
Yay.
Not really.
Puzzle.
We'll put it down in the spot.
Really?
That one
fit.
also looks like it.
Oh wait, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, see, it doesn't
No,
quite
grab
fit.
that.
There's
No, the
only
one on the-
4
the-
spaces and 5 things, so
What if
That
this
one
doesn't
affects
fit.
real life geography?
just
Holy
giant
shit.
chunks of
Yikes.
city just lifting
Zach,
and
the
placing.
second one, does the second one go on the bottom? You put it there, and it did look pretty good.
Like this?
Yeah. No,
nah,
it's still a little
see, it doesn't
off.
fit.
The
Can
And
one
you
move the
can't,
middle piece?
you can't spin these,
Are you sure
right?
the middle piece is?
Oh!
Yeah, that looks like that makes sense now.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, very cool.
That
okay,
makes-
that
yeah,
makes
that makes
okay.
more
So what
sense
was the
now,
other
yeah.
one that made sense? Was it this one?
Yes.
Yeah, that looks like it makes sense, right? So we
That
got that. Now we want this one because that makes sense.
Yep.
And
Now
then
guess
this?
what? We
You did.
Yeah?
So we did it. This is what happens
Submit it
when
if
I
you
don't
want.
know. When did that middle piece just go
Let's
there? Or
see
was
if
that
this
there to
works.
begin with? Hold red.
Yeah, we did it.
We solved the first puzzle. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. Excellent work.
Also, Layton
now
has
hop to
tiny
it.
car.
You got to eat. You got to eat? No, you got to
Eat his apartment.
No, you gotta eat.
I thought
Quickly,
it said
Luke.
eat.
Get the
Eat the
sandwiches.
apartment.
We got to eat his apartment.
Oh, okay.
This
This is what I just explained.
Oh, okay.
All of the cigarette stuff. We can skip it.
Once you've beaten the game and saved, go to the bonuses section and load your
Top
game file. From
secret.
there, you can enter the top secret area where a number of fun extras are waiting for you. The more picker rats you earn, the more extras you unlock. That's
Man.
immediately excellent. Now I actually want to do well on the puzzles instead of just like
Right?
ham-fisting them.
Zach Default was coming into this being like, who cares
Zach
about
Default was
puzzles?
coming?
Nice,
Oh my
dude. You said that as
Zach,
your
you're
default
contradicting
setting?
yourself. You said you loved puzzles. You have to dedicate every single bit of your energy to puzzle.
Once again, I know I said this before, but the only thing that I hate about that is that A, I do love puzzles, but B, the actual line that was said in the clip is, I love puzzle pieces. That's the only
No, it's
thing I
transformed.
hate.
You said you love puzzles, okay? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it was
The
okay.
original
You
one.
said puzzle.
I don't want to do this puzzle.
Oh man, puzzles.
Oh man, puzzles. That was Adrian, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway. Excellent. With our destination confirmed, we are ready to pay the doctor a visit. Come now.
You can replay puzzles.
I'm not laughing at that. Oh, Luke, we're in an animated cutscene again. This
Check this
shit's
out.
ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, that 140p. Let's go.
Let's go.
140p on the bottom screen.
Oh yeah, that's how we like it.
I do believe we found the doctor's building. Wait, why was that animated?
Like,
Because
man,
it's just to
they
see
had
London.
budget.
They had,
extra
they had
budget.
some money left over.
They're just proving their superiority, okay? Let's just
They are.
go. But which flat is his?
Is the whole building not a flat?
No, flat is like an apartment, like
Yeah,
just room.
Why not just call it a room?
because it's called a flat.
What the
I'm
fuck are you
shaking my head as
talking
if
about?
you... Zach, you're
Like,
the
is
one
the
who's
flat
not in the
supposed
know
to
here, I guess.
refer to like, oh, it has a floor?
I don't know.
Like the
Look, man.
like how
Like,
we call,
listen, I
like, the
understand
floor
that
of a building.
hypothetically a building is comprised of multiple flats. You know, the walls, the floors, the ceiling.
Mikey.
Floors, Zach, like floors, like the first floor and second floor.
We're not
That's
talking
Mikey,
about
dude.
this. It's first floor, second floor, third floor. There's no fucking
Ultimately,
zero
it's
with
called
floor.
a flat. It's a flat.
That doesn't
Just let
make
Mikey
any
know.
sense.
Just ask him. He created
How would
it.
you?
Like
It
first
exists.
off, okay, I'm gonna talk about this real quick. I can understand the whole chips versus crisps thing because I can see why someone would call them chips, like French fries chips, because you know they're kind of like little chips of a potato. That one's fine, and chips are crisp, so calling them crisps, totally fine. These make sense. Calling something a lift, that makes sense. It lifts you. And while it is true that an apartment has flat surfaces, just call it a room. You have the language. You can call things different things. You know?
Like a floor is called a floor, and a flat's a flat.
Stop calling it, right? It's a floor. Stop calling it a flat.
But it's also a flat. A flat
No,
is
it
just a floor.
is flat.
A flat is just a floor, Zach. The floor is the flat.
Hi, Jesse.
This argument's like comparing the differences between a street, boulevard, and avenue.
No, they
floor is
have
flat.
differences. They do.
Anyways.
I promise you they do.
Anyways.
And what do you mean argument?
What do you mean argument?
That, I'm afraid I do not know. But thinking on it now, the letter I received did mention something about this place.
You ready for this?
Immediately, second puzzle, quick!
Puzzles, motherfucker.
Get in
What
the house.
happened to the Ace Attorney thing of there just being
you find it from
like
the window.
literally an hour and a half between gameplay segments?
We actually have to. We actually should read this part out loud. So we have to find his window. So in the morning, I often awaken to the sound of music drifting in from a nearby flat. Looking out, I spy a flag fluttering gently outside. You shut up. I paused down there so you could realize what it was. I spy a flag fluttering gently outside my window, take a single sip of my tea and turn my attention to the morning sun. Not many flats in London have a view of the sunrise anymore, you know. So
it's the top right one.
Touch the screen to begin, and it'll tell you what you have to do. So you gotta circle it. All those times practicing O's and D's.
Give us a flat, Zach. Which flat is it?
Flat?
Well, he said, okay, so he said music drifting in from a nearby window.
And he says he gets sun, so he must be on the top because that's the only place
because
that gets the
these
sun.
these are shaded down here. But what about this one in the top left?
He has a flag fluttering outside his window.
Well, because
true,
that's not that's not a flag. That's a shirt. So it's actually top left.
Think outside the box, Zach.
And also it has sunrise.
Right, this
is
has
it
sunrise.
Sunset?
Listen, if this is sunset, there's nothing I can do about that. How am I supposed to know? There's no clock.
The lamps are on?
There's a cat.
The cat's pretty much all that matters.
My God.
Should I circle the cat?
The cat.
Cat for the win?
Cat?
I thought it was top left.
The nearby flat. That fluttered gently outside my window. But that's right. That's not a flag.
Cat.
And turn my attention to the morning sun.
The top left one.
It has a flag, and it's near
cat
music.
Cat?
I mean, that being said, are all of these not near music? You know what I mean?
Well, no, technically, yeah, he's near all of them, right?
What do you think, Saba? I immediately feel stupid. Like there must be something that I'm not perceiving here. There's only 2 clues. Well, I guess there's 3.
I think maybe the top left. Because
the morning sun implies that it can't be any of the bottom row. We agree on that, right?
Yeah, I think based off of the light here, it's
Okay, so music drifting in from a nearby flat. First off, what's a flat?
Unless it's the... Once again, I don't think it's the one on the inside of the building, because, like, technically, so the guy with the music right to the left of him is
the top left is a different building entirely.
Oh.
So, that inside one, on the inside right wall of the left building, could it be that one?
Inside right wall of the left building, of which level?
The second one in the middle.
Also, wait, no, it can't be those, because those are facing inwards towards an alley. He wouldn't be able to see anything besides a brick wall.
Okay, so it is brick wall. He's not just looking out and seeing that guy with his thing. Are we overthinking this?
That's the fun part.
That's what they want.
I feel like that's what Graham said. He's like, maybe. And then he like gave us like he said something that made us think harder about this, and I was just like, oh God. We're overthinking it now.
So I think it will introduce you to the system later. Don't do it, but in the top right you see hints.
Yeah.
There are hint coins that you find throughout the game by just clicking on stuff.
Yeah.
And you spend those hint coins to get hints for a puzzle. Don't do it on the second puzzle, please. But yeah.
Now, the thing that I'm confused with, I guess, is that can we answer the left building? It's not the same building, right?
It's in the picture, though.
And that's what I mean. Like, it is in the picture, right?
Who said he's from the same building? The flag can just be nearby.
Yeah, it says nearby. It doesn't say from the same building. That's true. Because I truly feel like it's top left, because it's like it's the only one where he'd be able to see a flag fluttering by his window. All the other flags are below the window.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
Are we gonna circle
agree?
top left?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna fail. Let's go.
I'm gonna commit to it.
We're committing.
Oh yeah, mouse circle.
What are you talking about? That's a stylus.
Redraw your circle, Zach.
You have to submit it.
Understood.
On the bottom right. Yeah.
Oh man, we're gonna be so wrong. I'm gonna be so upset.
Submit.
Consider this puzzle solved.
We did it! Wow.
Yay.
So the answer was actually as obvious as I thought it was, and then we just overthought it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. True.
It's like, music, sunrise, flag. Got it. And I was like, but what if the cat makes music?
What if?
What if?
What if this children's game is gonna get the best of me?
A children's game? Unless I'm mistaken, I think we found the right flat. Now follow me, Luke. We're going up. He's just rocket boots up.
Go,
He
gadget.
opens his umbrella, Zach.
Oh, Mary Poppins
Oh.
style. Go gadget spring. Oh, go Layton spring boots.
Oh.
Go Layton go boots.
Oh, very fashionable.
Is now in your puzzle index. What, can we do it again later?
Yeah, you can replay puzzles.
Oh, I nearly forgot.
We can get the better score.
We took our custom mountable white wall with us.
Naturally. Never
It's
go
called
anywhere
the
without it.
Tory wall.
Oh. I like it.
Tori.
Before we leave, let's review how to use this trunk. Is this still me?
I think so.
think
I
it's
guess that makes
I think
sense.
it's Luke. I don't know.
Is it?
To open
I
the
don't
trunk,
know.
just tap the icon in the upper right corner of the screen.
Because this is just an explanation for him, right?
He just opened his
For
mouth.
Luke?
This is definitely you now.
Okay. Inside, there's all sorts of helpful information filled away under different icons.
Filed? This font is
Is that how
immediately
you
fucking
spell
with me.
filed?
Yeah, I guess so, because filled would have 2 L's, right?
Filed. I thought
Filed.
I've just never seen the word filed, I guess.
You know what? I
Filed
agree.
away
Because
under
in my
different
mind, I was like,
icons.
wait a minute, wouldn't you spell it F-I-L-E-E-D? But it's like, no, that'd be
What? No.
filed, and that's obviously wrong. I got scolded by a donor yesterday because when I asked her to spell her name, it was Foley, which is obviously Foley, right? But
Felly?
when I had to call her back and I was like, "Hello, Miss Foley," she was like, "That's not my name." And I was like, "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it."
That's how it be.
Touch an icon to use it. And to save the progress we've made during our investigation, just tap the icon marked Save. This icon is the puzzle index. Tap it to view all the puzzles we've encountered thus far. Solved puzzles are marked with a check, and those we've yet to finish are blank.
Wait, what? How
Yep.
can you possibly have done... Oh, never mind. They're all checked. Some of them are just, like, done really well or something. I thought that they did 12 and 26, but not 15. And I was like, are there missable puzzles in this game? Like, puzzles that you can just not encounter? What do you mean?
It's
Yeah.
possible. Because
There's tons, dude.
if you talk to an NPC, and you probably like didn't talk to them, there's a possibility it could give you a surprise puzzle.
If you just click on shit, puzzles will pop up. You can miss tons of puzzles.
Okay,
Zach, you have to click on everything and
well,
anything.
now I fucking have to.
Yeah.
Please don't. That will take forever.
Too fucking bad, dude. You told me.
Out of 100% the game.
Yes.
I will 100% Professor. Perfect picaret run. I will never get anything wrong.
What'd you just call me?
You heard me.
Puzzles, we already said this. Wait, did I?
No.
Who knows? Also, the index shows the locations of unsolved puzzles we've tried, so that we may revisit them.
So you don't get locked out of puzzles?
No.
Okay,
Unless
that was my
you beat
concern.
the game, then.
Tap the journal icon to display my personal notes on key story events.
Tap, tap, tap. Can we do anything else?
No. It's a DS.
So whenever
Actually,
you
it's
need
good,
to access
Zach,
the
remember
trunk,
that.
just give it to tap.
Remember,
What the fuck is
Nintendo
this thing?
actually...
That's a
This
person.
guy.
Wow! This thing?
Hit it, Jesse.
British accent, Jesse.
Jesse, you got this.
You gotta do it.
Why?
Because you're part of this now, you're here.
You joined.
Balls. I can't voice act.
It doesn't matter.
Neither can
okay.
we, but it's the fun part.
Hello there, mister. Never seen you around here before.
Yeah, that's fine.
I like it.
Nice.
Wanna hear something useful? Check it out. See that mailbox right over there? Try tapping on it, will ya?
This is a cool kid.
Oh, a coin!
Oh, the coin?
Why does it have a fingernail
hint
on
coin.
it?
Don't worry about it.
Layton's hat.
Oh, it
It's
looks like a
sack.
finger, like coming down from the top, doesn't it?
I can see where you're coming from, but no, it's Layton's hat.
Wait a minute. Did Layton hide his own coins all over the city?
Oh my
Nah,
god.
To help
everyone
Luke.
just idolizes Layton.
He did it to help Luke, so Luke can use the hint coins. I have no idea. I just made that up. But I like it.
Brilliant. There's a hint coin you found there. Ever work on a puzzle and get stuck?
No. I'm a master
I'm a
puzzler.
genius.
It's times like that when I bet you fancy a hint, yeah?
Oh, you fancy a hint, yeah?
Yeah, a little bit of hint.
Well, when that happens, you can trade in those shiny coins for hints. They're scattered all over the place, which means you should always be on the lookout for them.
So click on everything.
Tap on anything sus, okay?
Tap on anything sus, yeah?
Wait, fucking man, no! Damon!
See any vents around?
Well, that's all I have to say. Take it easy, mister.
He is built like an Among Us.
Oh, the flowers are blooming. I wonder who takes care of them. Okay. It's a little Luke icon.
Zach's gone. No.
Zach's
Muted.
muted.
He's muted.
Oh my god, I was muted.
He was
Yeah.
muted. It's a
I
pretty
like how
old
you guys. I
building.
like how you guys, because you can't see the cursor, but you can see where I'm clicking.
Oh, I can see the cursor.
I can see the cursor.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
stream can't.
Oh,
This
okay,
place
good.
is nice. I'd feel safe walking around here at night.
At night.
About the same thing. It's a pretty old building, but it looks sturdy enough. Sturdy. I don't know.
Daddy.
Yeah, because it can only go so
Maybe
far.
if I just click enough.
I'll get you everything.
The flowers are nice, but we got getting that flat.
It's a flat,
Again,
ain't
gotta open the doors.
it? But Zach has to click everything
There's no
first.
time right now.
Oh, excuse you! I just got a hit coin.
Man,
I don't want to hear.
can
I
take
don't want
a
to hear
look at
none
the
of
view
your fucking
afterwards.
belly aching. I just got a fucking hit coin.
There's no time. Quickly,
There-
please.
See? I would have missed that one.
This is what happens.
How many hint coins?
Grant, when you tell him.
How many hint coins do I have? I
need to
have.
not
Wait, what does
on
15
everything.
to 15 mean?
In an
can
eerie
only have-
sense. I don't know. You have 15 hint coins possible, and you haven't spent any of them. But in an eerie way, I had a dream about us playing this game like a couple weeks ago, and this is exactly how it played out.
Yeah, deja
Oh
vu.
my god.
Of Zach being, there's hint coins. I swear to you guys, I'm like, Zach, please don't.
Like,
Please
like,
continue.
you remember?
We were at the last part of the game, and Zach's like, I bet there's a hint coin here.
There will be. There will be hint coins. I
And
promise
it's like,
you.
Zach, there's some shit happening. Let's do the game. And you're like, no, but we have
We
to go
need the
back and
hint
finish the
coins.
puzzles. We need the hint coins. We need to finish the puzzles. And I'm like, Zach, please, we're running out of time.
We are not running out of time. We have so much time.
We have so much time.
You remember back when I was playing? I think we might have not have been living together at the time, but when Monster Hunter World came out for the PS4, and I played it like super hard for like months on end. There was a really weird feeling where I played Hammer primarily, and for those of you who are unaware, whether it be viewers or otherwise, the number one thing you're trying to do as a Hammer user is to beat the ever-living Christ out of a monster's head so you can concuss them and stun them, right? And it was the sort of thing where I was doing like really high level, like difficult challenges, so focusing on the head became a priority. And I had this moment where I was walking around like outside, and like somebody had like their dog and my instantaneous thought was, there's the head. And I was like, wait a minute.
Oh no.
That's really fucked.
Like, you play so much Skyrim, you're like, I've been through this dialogue option tree before.
Right? And so it's like, I am totally expecting that eventually when we play enough of this Professor Layton, I'm gonna be like walking around my house. Like, you remember when we did The Witness and it was like circles and lines?
Yeah.
I'm gonna see things in my house where it's like, why is that tissue box
Hint
there?
coin be there.
Hint coin?
Hint coin. Hint coin.
Going?
It'd be there.
This is Dr. Schrader's flat. I'm sure of it. Andrew, are you home? It's Herschel Layton, just in case there was another Herschel that you knew.
Yeah. It's a very common name.
Sir, are you there? Doctor? Doctor?
I don't hear anyone in there, Professor. What if he's...
Oh, he's perished.
Yo.
There is
He's
no
been sucked
time for
into a box.
speculation now, Luke. We must get this door open immediately.
He's been melted
Yo, the
by an
puzzle?
open box.
It seems to be locked from the inside.
Your puzzle break into someone's... Wait,
Puzzle,
without-
slit their throat.
But without a key, there's no way to get in.
It's fucking Luke and Professor Layton. Someone's about to like stab them, and Professor Layton turns to Luke, being like, "Well, now, Luke, here's a puzzle to solve." Hands him a revolver, and the puzzle is like loading 6 bullets, spinning the barrel, cocking the hammer, and killing all 3 dudes. It's like, oh my
Here's the
god.
puzzle. Win Russian roulette.
if this was
And then he
Rhythm
dies.
Thief... If this was Rhythm Thief, you would have to do it in rhythm.
Of
I still want
course.
Zach to play Rhythm Heaven Fever.
In my haste, I forgot about these keys that Doctor included in his letter.
Find the correct key. Quick, Professor! Let me try them on the door.
Certainly.
Huh?
Oh, we're gonna have to combine keys.
Yo, very cool.
That's strange. It doesn't work. It just seemed like any of these keys work on the line. I just bypassed
I was
all
like,
of
you
the dialogue.
skipped most of
I
it,
just
and it was
like,
totally fine.
Oh, man.
Luke, don't you see? Dr. Schrader has set before us yet another puzzle to solve. Puzzles everywhere! Luke,
I love puzzles.
Luke, don't you love puzzles? Puzzle number 3, Luke. It's fucking 20 Pickerats, Luke.
My inside.
My God, Luke!
We're fucked.
Affectionately
Luke.
named Bezuzzle.
We're beyond fucked, my boy. Saba, help.
But what about the cat?
Saba, help
That's
by
my
reading.
question.
Cat?
Which key opens the door? Use the stylus to fit keys to the lock.
But what
Figure
if-
out what keys in the door. I don't forget.
Saba.
It's basically what it says. This one doesn't have an explanation.
So this one you don't even submit, it'll just do it once you pick the right one.
But what if you put it in backwards?
Jesse!
But how would I put it in backwards even?
Use the stylus. It doesn't. I don't know what the arrow keys. Oh,
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Sideways.
That's stupid.
That's cool.
Whoever designed that key deserves to go to jail.
That was almost too easy.
Oh,
That's a
it
pretty
deserves
good
to-
mix-up, though. What do you mean?
They deserve to die. It was probably Dr. Andrew Schrader who designed it.
That
Fuck
crazy
that guy.
motherfucker.
He deserves to die. Wait a minute.
The keyhole. The square hole.
The square hole.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's a doctor, Luke.
And true.
Oh my God, look at my soulless eyes.
How could this have
Love him.
happened?
What do you
What
mean?
the
He was,
fuck? This
he was
guy has a
squinting.
fucking dinosaur skeleton in his home?
He's an archaeology doctor, and Layton's a professor of archaeology.
That is true.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Sure.
archaeologists have this in their home.
Yeah, that was kind of my
We
thing
chose-
that I was
You're not
about to
an
bring up. Was like, I
archaeologist.
don't know if that's how that works, but sure.
We chose
whatever.
the wrong major, fellas. Like, I'm just saying.
I could have told you that for free.
It hurts.
How could this have happened?
This is terrible, Professor.
What? Why do you
They're
voice
saying it
act?
now.
Do you
No,
suppose the
Layton
Elysian
did say
box
it.
Oh, he did? I just wasn't. I was too
Yeah.
busy with the dinosaur.
I honestly
The dinosaur is
don't know,
all
Luke.
consuming.
I love the idea of them being like, the box kills you when you open it. The box kills you when it's open. The box kills you when someone tries to open it. And then the guy
How did
dies.
he die?
The guy dies, and they're like, what could have happened?
Don't worry about it.
Because it's clear that the game's like, oh, it's the box. And it's going to be like, nah, it was like the cat or whatever.
The cat.
Of course, Professor.
What do we have
Puzzle number
here?
4. Hide the body.
It has a little,
A train
it has a little nick out of it.
for the Moulin
Shouldn't they call the
Express.
police?
They said
I
they
think
would.
Luke did. I think Luke went and did
Yeah.
that.
Strange. Look, there's no destination written on this ticket. Have you ever seen a train ticket that didn't say where it was taking you?
Yes, when you buy it, I guess. No, because they don't have the.
Don't
they
usually
have the
train tickets have
destination.
your destination on
Yeah,
it?
train
I thought
tickets, you
so.
have the destination.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because that's how you know how much you paid.
Yeah.
But what if I
When
just
they
bought
truck your
like,
ass
like
off.
what if it was like a flat rate box that, you know, like the flat rate boxes that they have for the postal service? What if I just bought like a flat rate ticket where it doesn't matter, like it's kind of expensive, but like I just hand it to them and they're like, all right, get off whenever you want. You know?
No.
There
By the
are
way, did you
some
guys
kind of
see
stuff
that-
like that? But I
By
don't
the
know
way,
if
did
get
you guys
tickets from
see that post where it was like a guy did the calculations and came to realize that the standard flat rate box, like the semi-medium sized box that the USPS provides, has a weight limit that is physically impossible?
Oh.
Did you not
Oh,
see
yeah,
this?
I did, actually. Yeah, I did.
So if you take the
That's
volume
physically
of the
impossible.
box and then the weight limit that it says that you're not allowed to exceed, you can't even get within a pound of that weight limit because the density of the object that you would have to put into that box would be so enormously dense that it would instantly create a supermassive black hole.
They took the densest material that we have, and it was like 3 pounds shy or something.
And it's like, what the hell? Like, I like, because it makes it so clear that they just picked an arbitrary number. You know what I mean?
But they were right.
Yes, very strange indeed. Oh, they're not like. Once again, I guess my mind is geared towards Ace Attorney. I thought this was gonna be like chapters. Yeah.
Nope, they're all mysteries that we solve throughout the game.
A single ticket with no visible destination was discovered in Dr. Schrader's home. It appears to be for the Monetary Express.
All right.
Fucking Twitch, let's go. Hype train.
You can't say swear words on it.
Oh, right, sorry.
It'll be the Demonetization Express.
The Demonetization Express! Ah!
Bro.
Oh! The Scrivener!
Excuse me.
Just pushed a kid.
Huh?
Yeah.
Hey, it's you!
Well, Inspector Chelmey's the name. You two found the body, did you?
What the hell? Oh,
yeah, I did forget to explain that. Don Paolo impersonated him in the previous game, so that's why he's like, wait a fucking minute, you're Don Paolo in disguise.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
His face doesn't come off. He's the real deal.
all right, Scrivener.
What in the blazes? That's my face, not some piece of taffy.
I mean, based on how it was stretching, you need water. Like, you are beyond dehydrated. You are partially mummified, my friend.
On our hands.
I don't know if it would be stretched.
Another imposter?
Oh my
Well,
god, they're everywhere.
Talking about? I swear, young ones these days have no manners.
Saba, I don't know if you're watching the stream at all, but it's just
Oh
like,
my god, I
this
see
is-
your hand, yeah.
I want you to imagine that mentally in your head whenever I'm yelling at you from now on. I'm just going,
Oh my god. Well, thank you.
you're welcome. Hopefully it makes it less scary.
My apologies for the confusion. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Herschel Layton. I'm a professor of archaeology at Gressenheller University.
Gressenheller?
Yeah.
Say that name 5 times fast.
Gressenheller, 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 Gressenheller.
Pretty good.
Interesting.
Anyway,
So if I understand correctly,
Not a dead body.
you keep a child around as an apprentice, do you?
listen, he's not Batman, okay?
Not at all, sir. In truth, he's...
Professor Layton's apprentice, like I said.
Ah,
not
okay, so
helping
he's
Luke.
Maya. Understood.
Well, it's really none of my concern. I have a crime scene that needs my attention. Clear a path, will you?
It's a fucking open. We're on the side of the room.
But of course. Luke, not a word about that ticket to the authorities, all right?
Layton! What?
A true gentleman says
No,
not,
that doesn't make
is
any
not a fucking
sense.
narc.
What do you mean not a narc? He's a gentleman.
True.
That's concealing evidence.
A true gentleman does not rat out.
You got it, Professor.
A true... Remember, Luke, if there's one thing that you take away from your time with me, a true gentleman is never a snitch.
Snitches get
Snitches
stitches.
get stitches.
Well,
Luke.
if you make a promise,
Let's see.
a true gentleman
What do we
will
have
always keep
here?
it.
True.
But if you don't keep it, I'm not gonna rat you out. I'm a gentleman.
I'm a gentleman after all.
Murder? Or was the crime self-inflicted?
How did he die?
Inspector, I should tell you that the door was locked before Luke and I came in. I see. So this door, the sole entry point in and out of this 8th floor flat, was shut tight.
Wait, no, you could easily just come in through the roof. He's like on the top floor with a window open. Are you dumb? What are you talking
Probably.
about?
He's
Then the
Okay
doctor
at
was
his
holed
job.
up in here, completely apart from the outside world, yes? That being the case, yes, I'm sure of it. The old gent must have suffered a heart attack.
What? Does he have no? Does he have no bodily injury?
Is this man a medical doctor?
That's what Luke's wondering.
Use your noodle, laddie. What other explanation could there be?
I don't know.
Like a
Bring,
lot.
any other type of professional to like
the flat
give
is
an
on the
opinion?
8th floor, and that the door
Ask Bartleby.
Still, I'd hesitate to say that this room was completely closed off from the outside. Is that so? Please elaborate. Isn't it obvious? There's something quite unusual about our crime scene that's been overlooked.
The fucking dinosaur?
Eh?
No, he's just an archaeologist.
It's as plain as the nose on your face, Inspector.
He has a very small nose. In fact, they all do.
True.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna scroll up through some of the character designs real quick. Are all the good characters have tiny noses, whereas the one bad character we know has an enormous nose?
Has a big old nose. No, but that's funny.
I suppose you academics think your fancy degrees prepare you to play detective, eh?
Yes.
I tell you, nowadays, it seems like everybody and their mum thinks they can do my job. Now, as I was saying, the cause of death was heart failure, plain and simple. And there's what caused it.
Ah!
Boo.
This? It's a scaled-down model of a Kronosaurus, if I'm not mistaken.
It eats its children?
Oh no.
I reckon that ugly mug will give
That
anyone
titan of a
nightmares.
dinosaur.
Here's what probably happened.
Here's what probably
The
happened.
fellow turned on a light, took one look at the beast, and then keeled right over.
But this is the doctor's own home. Why would the bones he put up himself scare him?
People have a way of becoming forgetful with age. Not that you'd understand, boy.
Well, you're right about that. I don't think I understand it at all.
Hey, Luke, I have a quick question. How tall are you?
Miniature.
But he's at shoulder height with Professor Layton right now. Is Professor Layton, like, on his knees so that way Luke feels included?
Probably.
Or is Luke standing on top of, like, 2 milk crates? So he feels included.
He's got a step ladder. He carries a step ladder around with him.
Excuse you.
That's
What's
a
the
step
joke
ladder.
again? Sorry, I don't remember. It's such a stupid joke. I don't
no.
remember it.
It's a nothing joke.
Mr. Layton, was it? No? Ah, yes, Layton. Mr. Layton, what do you think?
I didn't say anything.
The scenario you paint certainly isn't out of the realm of possibility, but considering the lights were off when we entered the room, I don't think we found our answer
To be
yet.
fair, how would he know that? You didn't tell him yet.
Really?
Only fair.
Furthermore, look around you, Inspector. Doesn't anything strike you as odd?
What do you mean, Professor?
Study your surroundings, Luke. I'm sure you can see it too.
30!
Look around. Do a puzzle, in fact.
Yeah, what's strange?
Okay.
Dude, there's a lot of weird shit.
With its windows open out into thin air, 8 stories up, and its doors securely bolted, you might think that this room is inaccessible from the outside. However, a single unusual detail reveals the truth of what went on here. Your job is to look around the room by tapping the arrows and finding this detail. Once you've got it,
looking
circle the
around the
area
room.
with your stylus, and choose to submit your answer. Make sure to circle only one object when you answer. Okay, so what allows someone to get in?
One of the curtains is torn?
But how does that... I mean, what...
It could be used as like a rope or something. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so there's
'Cause
only
it's just
4.
like,
There's only 4 images.
Thing's so pretty small. I gotta make it bigger.
It's very small.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I gotta
DS.
Let go of your face for a second, Zach. I gotta look closer.
Why are you holding my face?
Stretching it like
What's this
Yeah.
stuff? What's this like computer terminal with a bunch of shit coming out of it? You see that?
I genuinely don't know.
What is that?
So I think it's just machine.
It may just be the ripped curtains, Zach, because that's technically the only thing that seems off.
Because like there's a lot of things in this room.
Wait.
Wait,
Go back
hold
to
on.
the other one.
No. Is there a secret passage?
I
Why
was
is
just about to say.
Why is the
like,
bookshelf like that?
Go back to the bookshelf. Not the other one. Go back. One more. Okay, there's nothing on the floor for this one.
I mean, I'm just looking at it, and it's like, who puts a bookshelf like that?
The British.
The British.
British be like.
Well, unfortunately, I feel
Bookshelf.
like there are two possible answers here.
Yeah, the curtain and whatever that thing is in the corner of that door.
Wait a minute. What angle are we looking? Where is this?
That's on the right side of the room.
Right? But where does all that go? Where's the bookshelf? Shouldn't the bookshelf be visible since we can see the... Oh, I guess that's the side of the
That's the
bookshelf.
bookshelf.
Okay. I thought that was like the front wall with the door on it.
Oh.
Out into
He says
with its
circle one
zoom into
object.
thin
Could we
air,
really
it stirs
circle
up
the
and its
entire
door
bookshelf?
securely bolted. This room is
Can try it.
inaccessible from outside.
Test it and see, Zach.
I'm not gonna submit a wrong answer. Fuck you.
No, I'm just no. Not even submit. Just circle and see if the thing will register it as
Oh,
being
really?
able to
So
be
like this?
selectable. See?
Is
that
selecting the
above it,
bookshelf or
or-
the bone? Hey, what's wrong with this bone? Yeah, it seems like it's circling the bone. That's like the mask. That's Zenigata.
Him. Yo, what's wrong?
Yeah, see, it seems
Try
like it's
circling
just...
the bookshelf, not the bone. There.
Now what is that circling?
I don't know. Bookshelf, maybe. If it's not what you intend, then maybe that's not the right answer.
Yeah, because my intention was to circle the entire thing and be like, yeah, the bookshelf's in the wrong place, but it does seem to be circling this
Go
bone.
back to. Is this something off with the dinosaur? There's something missing from the dinosaur, therefore that bone.
What the?
I don't know, the
What did
curtain
he
makes
call it? A
sense.
Chronosaurus? Chronosaurus. Chronosaurus has back fins. I don't know if that's relevant to this, but it does have back fins. Its front fins seem pretty accurate. Well, actually, not really. They're weirdly claw-shaped, but whatever. I don't know. Do you think that's relevant, Saba? The fact that it doesn't have its back fins?
Maybe
Probably not, based on the fact
'cause
that it's
still,
not.
It's still, yeah, because it's still just like, how did they get in? How can you get in?
I'm just
Yeah,
looking
it's
for
like-
shit that's out of place, you know?
Yeah.
So assume that it is the curtain, right? Let's assume that it is the curtain.
Mhm.
What? How does the curtain allow them into the room? It really doesn't,
Well, it's
right?
like, why would the curtain be ripped unless someone like did something to get in through there?
I
think
mean, he
maybe
has
that's
a
the
lot of
implication.
crap in his room, so maybe he just did it by accident, right?
I guess.
Yeah. I'm not really getting anything to circle, per se. This is... Thank you, Grant.
Let
Yeah.
me check that. Hold on, give me a second. This
That was a
is not-
puzzle in of its own.
Like, I thought it was going to be as easy as, like, oh, the window's open. Nope. I don't know. There was a flag outside his window. Isn't that relevant in some way? No? Once again, I thought that it would be really easy to get into his room, because all you would have to do is have, like, a rope, tie it to something on the roof, and get into his window. You know? He would almost be more secure in the middle floors.
How can someone get in?
That Layton saw in this room.
Could Layton be giving us a clue? What is he looking at?
He's looking at the cabinet, but I don't see anything wrong here.
The only thing semi-wrong is, once again, the thing. The curtain.
Man, imagine these puzzles were timed.
Yeah.
I guess a grade based on how fast you do it.
Oh my god. There's like a lot of weird stuff here, but there is also stuff that shouldn't, or
What do you mean? What do you mean? There's a giant face.
There's a giant Moai head here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff, but there are stuff.
What's not weird? Zach, find the not weird thing.
What's something that's here that shouldn't be here?
Or vice versa.
Something that should be here that's not. I don't know.
The rest
fucking,
of that curtain.
A bed?
The
A
box.
sarcophagus.
The diabolical box is in here. Because if he died of a heart attack, the diabolical box would be here, right? Because we have a letter saying that he got
missing
it.
Box?
To continue our perfect pick red score, I will say you guys are overthinking it again.
Fuck! Really?
Freaking curtain.
Yeah.
I don't want to circle a curtain. What if it's wrong?
I will say, Grimp, by a certain point, please, tell us if we're overthinking it for 25 minutes, okay? Just let us know.
You are overthinking it.
Is it the curtain?
Do you want me to answer, or do you want Luke to answer?
Well, please redraw my circle. Excuse you? I circled it. Does that even count as an item? Are you circling the curtain? I don't know what you're circling.
That's the curtain.
Okay. Well, how would Grant know that if it wasn't the correct answer?
Oh my gosh. Click submit.
But what if it's wrong?
Well, then you restart.
Then you're a failure, okay? We start from the beginning of the game.
Oh, wait!
Then we call
wait.
wait. So you saved.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes!
You're gonna save Scum Professor Layton?
Perfection!
Oh my god.
Fuck
Hey,
this
look,
game.
we did it.
I saw that shit in 60 seconds, and then the nature of the game makes me go, but what if it's not that?
What if it's just a ruse?
What if that's a red herring?
No, never red herring.
Now, for some reason, part of the curtain has been ripped off. Okay, I mean, sure, I guess. How does that let someone into the room?
Of course. This window is missing a curtain.
Fuck you, Luke. I knew that immediately.
I knew
Well,
it.
it is. But what exactly does this have to do with my crime scene?
How about you look out the window?
Means someone exited the building through this window, and I'll bet he's our culprit.
Wait, they didn't see that earlier?
Not only did no one see that, how did anybody use that to escape?
They're
Did
really
you tightrope
talented.
walk across this?
Probably.
I'd say that's a sound theory. Well done, my boy.
What if the perpetrator just did that to throw you off?
Yes, sound as a pound. I was just about to propose the same idea myself.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, Scrivener.
Liar!
Shh, Luke, listen. I don't believe our friend the inspector will be of much help to us. What say you and I conduct a little investigation of our own?
Layton, that's illegal!
Professor, look! There's something in Dr.
It's not
Schrader's
illegal
hand.
unless someone finds out.
Look, man.
Oh! Luke, what's wrong with your hand?
It's an old photograph,
Check this
but
shit.
It's been torn into so
Look,
many
man.
pieces.
Phoenix
I
Wright
can't
does
make out the
gets
original
away with it
image.
all the time.
True.
Phoenix Wright is some form of lawman, kinda. We're a professor and a child.
Yeah, and we have more
Hey,
power.
what's the big idea? You can't just point evidence in a crime scene. Get your hands off that... what is this anyway? Not that it matters. I'll be holding on to that. Now, out with the both of you.
Sir, how about you fix your posture, okay? I think got bigger
What's wrong
things
with
to
his
worry
posture?
about. He's got that neck of his is like he's reaching good 45.
I don't see a
degree
problem with
angle.
his posture.
Oh, Zach, I know that
he
you're
He has
feeling
like a hunchback.
you're feeling a little self-conscious, Zach, right? Because I don't know, you maybe
And once again, it has returned. Saba's been muted. Well,
I will
I'm fine with a
not
little mute.
tolerate personal attacks.
the muting has returned.
It hasn't returned. This was a special circumstance. Saba was coming at me with gunfire, and all I could do was put in earplugs, okay?
Oh man.
Anyways, now we can back to the voice acting.
He's drinking water with his pinky up. He's insulting
Yo,
all
stop
of us.
watching me, weirdo!
True
God.
gentleman. Zach, you're embodying the character. You're method acting.
Dr. Schrader indicated that he was in possession of the diabolical box. Yet there was nothing resembling such an artifact in his home.
Do you think the person who did this to him was after the box?
It's an interesting theory, but for the moment, that's all it is. However, it is my belief that we hold a clue to understanding today's events, namely, that ticket.
The Momentary Express ticket, right, Professor?
What does momentary mean? Please look it up.
It's how I
someone.
pronounce it.
No, but what does that mean?
Oh, you actually, okay.
That's an actual
Oh, I got it,
question.
I
Don't
got
assume
it.
I'm being an asshole.
It's not a word.
No, I
think
actually
it's a
thought I may
name.
have mispronounced it.
It's a name, I believe, not a word.
But what does it mean?
What is your name? Who are you? What is the
No,
meaning?
the closest thing is momentary. So
The
no.
momentary express.
It's just there for a minute.
Just for a
That's
moment.
how fast they are. They're neither late nor early by a minute.
Correct, Luke.
They're always on
I
time.
believe that the trip aboard the Momentary Express is in order. Wait, is that not what... Oh, this is the prequel to the thing that we saw
Yeah,
in the
the prologue.
beginning.
Yeah. Because it was a couple days earlier.
It took
Where
them
the
a couple
fuck is the
days to
box?
get on the train?
Well, I had to get ready.
Fucking the Phoenix Wright
You have to
investigation would be
pack,
over
Zach.
by now.
It takes
That's
me
true.
at least a week to pack for anything.
Takes me
What a
years.
typical woman. Funny joke.
Funny joke.
Funny joke.
Oh, fuck. I just remembered we're coming up on a puzzle that was the bane of my 10-year-old existence.
It's okay. We got this. We got this, Grant. Do you suspect we'll find the key to unlocking this mystery on the train?
Dr. Schrader did... Oh, this is me. Dr. Schrader did his best to point us toward the Momentary Express, should something happen to him. Sure as fog on a London morning, I know this train will lead us to the answers we seek.
I like how you were like, yes, this is me, and I wanted to say like, yeah, Zach, that's why you started talking, your brain got it. It understood.
Unaware of the secrets that awaited them down those iron tracks.
Who are you?
Ooh.
Who the hell was that?
I guess
Save
the
your
narrator is British.
Oh, wow. I can't believe anybody in a Professor Layton game was British.
I don't believe
Wait,
you.
who's this?
That's Flora.
Girl we saw.
Oh, the one that's like 30% eyeball by body weight?
Yes.
Okay.
Who's 3 pounds soaking wet? Yeah.
Zach, are we sure we shouldn't have Flora's head sticking up right at the bottom of...
We're not
Twitch
doing that.
stream?
Just her eyes.
We're not doing that.
Yeah. Why?
Because
Include everyone.
she's fucking creepy.
Just her eyes, okay? That's all you need, right? That's most of
I'm
her
sorry,
body,
are you gonna edit the overlay for the stream?
Hey, you're the one who put in the other guy. I'm just saying we have to be fair.
What other guy?
Say hello, Zach.
To what?
To him. He's saying hello to you.
He's standing above you. It's Zach.
Right now.
Oh, that man. I didn't realize that's who you were talking about. Listen,
Yes.
that's a special occasion because he's awesome.
Why not? Let's bring her, okay? That's why she doesn't even get the full body. She just gets part of her head.
Just peeking.
She's just peeking.
Where do you want her?
It could be right, like... It's like in the bottom right-hand corner.
I actually do believe I deleted her picture, so I'm gonna have to save it again.
We're down for this.
This is
still
what we're gonna be
gonna
spending a portion of
leave us,
Grant's last
Grant?
30 minutes.
You're still gonna leave. The thing is, if Jesse, you're somewhat familiar with this too, I guess.
What?
We're not
the
doing
game?
this without Grant.
No.
Are you not?
You're not okay. So I guess
am-
it's.
No.
Why aren't you helping us? Then?
Why on God's green earth would we make why on God's green earth would we make progress in the game that Grant was like, oh, you guys should totally play this?
That's really nice. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I also just kind of want to play something else. That's not true, but
Fair enough.
I like it,
Poppy.
Grant. I think it's great.
Thank you, Saba.
I'm having a whale of a time right now.
I too want a top hat like that.
It's pretty sick.
I'm fucking working on it, okay? Give me a second. All right,
You've
there you go. How's
duplicated the
that?
man. Now he's literally standing on top of you, Zach. That's
How's
the
that?
same dude. You just doubled him. I don't want him. I want her.
Just do it again.
No, Zach.
Oh, Greg, can you look at the stream?
Yeah, let me pull up stream.
Please.
Can you find him? Do you
Oh,
know
wait,
where
hold
he
on.
is?
I gotta watch a Kenobi ad. Hold on.
Oh my God, that's
no.
that's so good though. Come on, Saba. That's so
No, we have to. There's no duplicates, sir.
but it's so funny.
Well, what if you just had all of it?
All of it, just this
What if
guy.
we just had more Don Paolo?
All of it's Don Paulo.
Get her in here, Zach.
Wait, I'm waiting for Grant to confirm that he saw it.
Fairness.
That's great, right?
Okay. That's really funny.
Thank you. All right, now I will change it. Oh, it bust. Oh, I was gonna do a different picture as a joke, but it busted immediately. What was her name? Was it Flora? Is Flora her name?
It's Flora.
There you go.
Flora.
Oh my God, she's enormous.
Why is there a
Oh, holy shit. She
Goomba?
is.
Did I just see a Goomba?
Look at her.
There she is.
Okay, I would flip her though. Flip her so she's now looking inside
She's looking at you, Zach.
directly
You're having
into
a
your
staring
soul.
contest. Yeah.
We're gonna leave her like this? You just want me to flip her?
I mean, you can make her smaller so you can see the top of her head.
Her forehead.
She's
Forehead.
like- she's flipping around.
What if you put her between the black bars?
Oh my god.
Oh god.
No, now she just looks like, yeah, I think you shrunk her down the wrong way.
Thank you, I wasn't aware. God, she's enormous.
What if you put her next to Professor Layton?
That's in a separate image, though.
Yeah, the Professor Layton overlay is like an entire image in and of itself.
Oh, okay.
That's good. That's good. I like. You could even make. Wait, how about she's in like the corner, Zach? So she's just like peeking in.
I can give it a second.
I know it's delayed. Okay.
How's that?
There we go.
Yeah, I like it.
That's good. Anyways,
I do.
game.
Nice.
Wait,
Okay,
one
I'm
more
coming back.
update.
Wait, where's he going? There we go.
It's so good. I gotta move him to the side, I think.
One more
Edit
update.
transform.
Okay. I would just shift him to the right a little bit.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah.
This is the joke now,
Yep.
and I am loving it.
All right.
How's that?
Just as if it's eagle. Yes, that looks
Now
good.
now let's get to the game of this game.
It's so good.
I think you need a little bit more of his face.
No.
You need a bit of the nose. The nose needs to
We
come
have
in.
a little bit of the nose.
Okay, fine.
What, you think it needs more nose?
Did I do this line?
Yes.
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Two conflicting thing. Jesse was confident though, so. It's so posh. I feel like I should be wearing a monocle.
Haha, quite so, Luke. Every decoration and detail in this room is more decadent than the last. Just keep spinning around in a circle and it will collapse in on itself.
Oh god.
I'd wager that the rest of this train is just as grand. How would you like to go exploring for a bit? Also, how did we get on this train? Did they accept a ticket with no... No, but did they accept a ticket with no destination, or have they simply not punched the ticket yet?
Yes.
Right? You see what I mean?
This is it.
Look at that, Luke. Your bag is wide open and your belongings are scattered everywhere.
Oops. I guess they are.
You should put your things away before we walk around the train. Oh, shit.
Put the stuff
30?
away.
This is gonna be as hard as the fucking curtain one?
The bane of 10-year-old Grant's existence.
How's this work? Saba, read it.
Use your stylus to move individual objects. It's the thing where it's like the puzzle, everything has to fit in there without overlapping.
Oh, and they're like Tetris pieces. Okay.
Yeah.
Start with the big one. And that. And this. Can we rotate them? Yes, no?
Check.
Doesn't seem like it, I guess.
And you have to fit all of it?
Yeah.
All of it in.
You have the long piece. Oh, wait, no, that's just the case.
Square
Never
hole.
mind.
Goes in
Square.
the square hole.
Oh, the square hole?
Luke,
Yo, they got the square hole in this shit?
Luke, it goes in the square hole.
The squirrel.
The squirrel.
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 Does anybody else got a squirrel?
Sounds like a demon. Squirrel.
Squirrel?
Oh, there you go. We can put that there.
Anybody got
We
my
gotta do
squirrel?
something with this, and then the shirt.
Looks good.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah, you did it.
I'm smarter than 10-year-old Grant.
Fuck!
Oh no.
Look at that, my guy. We have triple-digit picker hats. All right, well, that's the end
Let's
of our
go,
Professor
baby.
Layton playthrough. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Yeah. We're killing it.
We finished
Literally.
this off with beating that one puzzle
Child.
that
Oh,
Grant, couldn't.
Yeah.
Phew. It was a tight squeeze, but everything's finally packed away.
a bit of planning will prevent this type of scrambling in the future. By the way, I didn't even pay attention to like all the stuff that he brought. Why did he bring a boomerang?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. You're right, and I do feel better with everything put away. Come on, Professor. Let's look around some more.
Yeah! Fun.
It's always nice to have
I'm
a
having
light
a
around.
great time. Oh, and look, we are moving.
Yay.
Oh, that wasn't me.
Oh, no.
Puzzle?
No, not puzzles.
Ew, Professor, the sugar is covered with ants.
Oh, dear. I'll have to remember to get sugar from for my tea elsewhere. Curious, though, isn't it? How did they get here? Perhaps this puzzle will shed some light on things. Wait, is he a magical being that can just summon puzzles?
What do you
Don't fuck
mean?
with
This is the
Professor Layton.
puzzle.
His life is puzzle.
Number 17? We were just on 5.
Yeah.
Did we miss?
No.
Okay.
They bounce around sometimes, but
Okay.
Doofus.
Whoa there,
Oh, yeah.
Doofus.
Don't you know that you took the longest possible path back to the nest? Think about where you're going, man. Knowing that the ant never traveled the same area twice, can you trace the path he walked to get to his nest?
And it was the longest path possible?
yep.
That's the wrong way, Zach.
Why? that's pretty long, isn't it?
But is it the longest?
I don't freaking know, man.
How does one know what's long and what's unlong?
What's long and what's unlong?
Unlong, ablong, delong.
Well, this ant is stupid as hell,
Big
so maybe
long.
like this. How's that? That's like almost every single like space. Come on, right? Like that's gotta be
Come on,
close.
man.
You have to go to the start. You have to finish up the start.
I know, but I was just
Okay.
achoo. All right.
You bastard.
Well, what if you
Just
pressed the
leave it to
wrong
me.
button and you reloaded the save?
Correct.
I'm so good at the video game.
I love puzzles.
I love puzzles, dude. Ah, yes. You've got it, my boy. While I'm no fan of ants in my sugar, we have to admire their craftiness and work ethic. Well, wasn't very crafty. He took the stupidest route to get to the thing. Also, what a weird puzzle to just have on a train.
Don't worry about it.
How they pass time. Just have a good time. It's a hobby.
Maybe they're working so hard because even the sugar on the Momentary Express is extra fancy.
Can I just say
Momentary.
that it's already starting to fuck with me? I know Layton is a much longer name, but the fact that both of these names begin with L is fucking with me slightly.
Oh dear.
I keep wanting to take Saba's lines.
It's fine.
Ha ha ha. Perhaps. I must admit, it is a compelling motive. Dude, friggin' Pog. Stop.
Handmade blur.
Give
something?
me. There it is.
Don't we already have like 15 out of 15, right? Can we even get any more?
Wait. 18 out of 18.
Oh,
I
it's
think
exponential.
no. I think that the way that this works is that this is how many we found versus how many we have spent. I don't think
Oh,
this is how
probably.
many are possible.
Oh, probably.
I guess it is infinite.
Infinite puzzle.
Did you save?
He save stated.
I think you
I
got.
think we're good. I think we're good here.
You don't know that.
and
you-
neither do you.
Tell me that. Look me in the eye and tell me that we got all the fucking hint coins in this room.
I can't because I'm not on stream.
Yeah, but you can look. No, I said look into my eyes. Just be on stream.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm not on stream.
Well, then get on stream and
I
look into my
close it.
eyes.
All right, well, hold on. I
Look
gotta watch
into
another
his
movie ad.
eyes.
Stop watching ads.
His curvaceous.
My eyes are not curvaceous.
Gentlemanly eyes.
That's Lawrence's eyes. I have gentlemanly, kind eyes. Lawrence has
His
curvaceous,
voice.
throbbing eyes.
I just have eyes.
We haven't
Just
decided what kind of
eyes.
eyes you have yet.
All right, Zach. I'm looking at you.
Look me in the eye and tell me that we found all the hint coins.
We found all the hit coins.
Yikes.
You can't trust this man.
True.
Remember, Luke, we're here to find the Doomsday Box, so don't get sidetracked.
The mother box.
You don't have to tell me twice. Now, why don't we start our search by investigating the train?
Sure. Man, this is just a video game.
Here's a video
Like
game.
this,
as
like the
video
story
game.
is like really like small and straightforward so far, and I appreciate that.
game.
What the fuck?
Told you these level 5 character designs are fantastic.
All right, Grant.
Yep.
All right.
I hear the train rooms at the front of the train are so super fancy that the doorknobs are made of gold.
The doorknobs
You just
are
said
made of
I heard
gold.
the trains.
No,
You messed up, but okay.
Really rich people. So, misters, you really rich? Cause if you are, you can go see the super duper fancy rooms.
Super duper fancy rooms, eh?
That none but the extremely wealthy can enter. Sounds like the perfect target. Luke, get the vodka bottles. I'll get the rags.
Oh God! Eat the rich, Luke.
Remember, Luke, gentlemen eat the rich.
A true gentleman.
A true gentleman eats the rich. If our young friend is correctly informed, there must be a set of deluxe rooms in the next car.
Wow, I'd sure like to see those. I bet they're utterly fantastic.
They're full of cows.
That's how they power the train.
Luke, it's our room!
Quickly, is there hint coins?
Found one!
I've done it, Luke.
There's
A
like
true
nothing
gentleman
in
is
this
always a
room to click
completionist.
on, so...
Yep.
And I don't want to click on her again because she was scary.
Yeah. Sure
Zach is afraid of a tiny child.
Wouldn't you be?
I already resemble one. I can't be scared of myself.
Dang.
A self-burn.
Luke, it's you're trying to say something,
I
but no
know,
words
I
are
know.
coming out.
I bet the deluxe rooms make our car room look like a freight. I was going to say train. Freight car. Who's Sammy?
I forgot about him. Jesse, would
Hold
you
it
like
right
Sammy?
there. Oh, never mind.
Or
I was gonna do a voice, but
Zach,
sure.
impatient Zach.
Zach, you want to handle Sammy?
Hold it right there, man. Hey, wait a minute. What's that line on my head? You see that?
Wait. I don't know.
Seems like some of the sprites might have fucked up, but that's fine. Whatever. Sammy Thunder says entrance to the car is for VIP only. Capiche?
This man is from an 80s hair metal band.
This, my actual name is Danny Sexbang.
Oh my god. Holy
Now,
shit.
I know
Game
you'd
Grumps
like
really
to
went
sneak
downhill.
sneak a peek, but the whole car's booked, so it's a no-go. That's a no-go, rather.
I bet the kind of person who can rent out the whole car must be some kind of super tycoon.
Zoo Tycoon. Indeed. I wonder what it must be like to have that much room to yourself on a train of this caliber.
Well, for now, I suppose you'll just have to keep wondering, eh, Professor? Ha 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 ha.
Not very polite of you to say, Luke. What the fuck?
Little cringe.
A little cringe, Luke.
Right. Gentleman is always
Hello,
base.
Babette. Hey, Babette, real quick question. Why do you have a second mouth on your forehead?
So she
That's
can
her
talk
eyebrows.
She just lost her lips.
Sweet baby, I'm off to visit the dining car.
Saba on Sundays.
Off to visit the dining
No,
car.
I meant the singing when you talk.
Oh. I thought you were about to say the food, because that would make sense. Gosh, that lady was just the type I'd expect to see on the Momentary Express. Talk about rich and fancy.
That's correct, Luke. You do have an accent. Thank you for remembering.
I genuinely forgot what British sounds like. I've lost.
I'm not
What's
doing much
British?
better, Luke, so it's totally fine. Quite.
All right,
This
thank
train is full of many well-heeled
fancy.
patrons like the woman you just met. Not me, though. I wasn't looking. We must watch our deeds and words here. A formal setting demands formal manners, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely, Professor.
I don't know why, but my mute function just keeps getting desynced. It's very annoying. Oh. Wait. Oh, that's not our car. Okay.
But a puzzle instead.
Just look at the craftsmanship on this picture, Luke. It's almost certain it's hand-blown.
Reminds me of a puzzle.
Who knew that something as ordinary as a picture could be so fancy?
Baseball players make a lot of money, Luke. What could be more relaxing than sitting in your suite with a cold beverage watching the sunset? Ah, and speaking of beverages, or in this case, deadly beverages, I've got a puzzle for you. Am I about to kill Luke? Luke, are you okay?
Let me at it, Professor. Throw me right in the middle of danger. I can take it.
Oh my god. 15? I don't get out of bed for less than 20. Fuck this puzzle.
You're bargaining with the puzzle.
Two men, known here as 1 and 2, are playing a strange game. First, both men put their empty pitchers on the table. Next, the judge brings a pitcher filled with purple poison and places it in either spot A or spot B. The judge then starts shifting the poison from one pitcher to any adjacent pitcher over and over. After moving the liquid 55 times, the owner of the poison-filled pitcher must drink its contents. If you were to judge and secretly wanted one to win, would you place the poison-filled pitcher down in spot A or spot B?
I don't understand. Okay, so it's two people.
Anything
the next
odd is on the opposite side. Anything even is on your side, I believe.
How do you know this?
Because if you start with A and you jump over to the other one, that's 1, and then you jump back, that's 2.
Wait, but so how is it moving?
It's just going to the adjacent
to
picture.
any adjacent pitcher over and over, right? Why wouldn't you just put it in B and just keep going back and forth between... Oh, wait, no, because that would be an even number. Wait, no, it would be an odd number. Like, why wouldn't I just put it in B and not just go back and forth between 2 and B? You see what I mean?
Are we overthinking that? Is that overthinking it?
No, because, like, think about it. It's 55 times, right? So 1 is out.
2.
1 is out. 2 would be
2,
back in.
3.
So that means we can eliminate all
1, 2,
even numbers.
3, 4.
We can just take, like, a mod.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's always going to be even back to you.
Correct, but the number that we're moving, 55, is odd. So the last time it moves, it goes back to 2, and we win.
1, 2.
You want 1.
If it starts with, if you go A, it becomes 1 is odd, and then 2 becomes even, and vice versa. B, 2
but
is
it says
odd,
any
1 is even.
adjacent pitcher. Can we not put it back into B? Like,
Okay,
does the pitcher that we're placing not count as a pitcher? You see what I mean? We haven't even started, technically, but...
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
If I did this correctly, if you place it in pitcher A, I think 55 comes back to be 1. If I just go
we don't want
right
it to be 1.
left.
We want 1 to win, not die.
Congratulations! I just had to take time to count to 55, sir. It didn't matter.
I don't think you needed to count to
up with an
55.
outcome.
I think that's part of the puzzle, is the fact that you don't have to count to 55.
Well, once again, I was just proving my point that
Your point
it's
of
odd,
what? That we
so it
can
comes
kill
back.
1? Good. I'm glad.
No, the point of it's odd closest to the one you put in.
Yes.
That's a good game.
So don't we place it in B?
If you were the judge and really wanted 1 to win, I believe B, right? Because it goes over 1, so 2 would be odd, right?
Why does it go over 1? What do you mean by that? That doesn't mean anything.
No, B, if you put it in B, you move over 1
so
to
it goes to 2,
Moving
and that's
over
first
1
move.
that's an odd amount of times it's moved.
But why would you move it to 1? Why not just move it back to B? Can we not? I guess that's the part that I'm...
It doesn't matter, Zach, because B, if you move it to 2, that's still odd. If you move it back to B, that's moved twice now. B becomes even. You move it back to 2 again, it's 3.
So the thing I said like a minute ago.
I also said this a minute ago, Zach.
You were talking about 1 a lot.
I was saying one as it's moved over once.
What is it?
You're both arguing
The
for
liquid.
B.
We are
dying,
both
yeah.
arguing for B, so I guess we should place it in B.
B. Be my guest, Zach.
I mean, be my guest, eat this poison. Thank you, Saba.
Thank you.
In a literal sense, it's only 15 coins, so like this should be relatively easy, right?
Here
You
goes.
fool.
Guess what?
That was almost too easy.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why Saba's acting indignant. It was literally the first words that came out of my
I feel
mouth,
like
but
I
yet
had to
she
argue
decided to
with
count
you
to fucking
on a
55.
point that was easy, Zach.
was a good
Which
game.
is an odd number of pours, regardless of where you sit down in your picture. I figured this out. Zach was I hate you.
I don't know what the fuck you're
Zach doesn't
talking
get-
about.
Zach doesn't
You
get
don't.
it.
You're not
Zach,
making.
I'm
You're not
sweet.
making any sense.
And
I am
Zach
proud
doesn't
of you.
get
I'm proud that
obviousness.
you can count to 55, Saba. I'm
I
glad that you
counted
can do
55
that.
to prove my point, Zach.
Prove your point that you like wasting time on simple puzzles.
You waste my time because you don't get what I'm saying.
You learn
Are
to
you,
speak
Jet?
better.
Know better,
Learn
Zach.
to
Learn
learn.
to figure things out better. I figured out the puzzle. You just didn't get it.
Listen. What do you mean? What? I didn't. We're not
I have to
talking about this.
explain it
We
to
were
you,
both
Zach.
right.
Oh, I'm sure. After hearing the answer, you're like, okay.
Are you?
I'll reiterate it to you.
Listen,
And then
woman.
we're both right.
We have recordings of me within 30 seconds of getting to the puzzle being like, isn't it B? And then you're like, well, let me count to 55 twice.
No, I didn't need to count to 55. I said it's going to be odd if you always move once. See, you don't get it, Zach.
What the fuck does that
the pod.
mean?
You also have me saying in 30 seconds, yeah, if you move
What do you
over
mean you
once,
move
it'll
it
always
once?
be odd.
You're saying, so by moving once, you meant the one that was next to whatever we were placing was once. Right?
Yes.
That's what you're saying?
Because it's adjacent, Zach.
Who on earth would phrase it like that? Why not
I
just...
got it. Clearly.
Whichever one you move once will become 55. Sure.
The rule was already adjacent, Zach. Why did I have to repeat the rule I read out to you?
This is exactly how I envisioned it going.
That was
Press a little
15
into it.
congrats.
It sure was.
And me.
Excellent work.
And with-
Now let's press on. We mustn't stand around all day. And I guess that's it, because Grant
guess that's
is
it.
leaving.
6
Cool.
o'clock.
Let me. I don't know. Let's do a save slot real quick.
You could just save on the game, like
Nah, I
you
don't
click
wanna
the
do that.
trunk. Oh
Nah.
my god.
What if your save states get corrupted?
What if the game gets corrupted?
Then you have both to rely on.
Yeah.
Sure, I can do both. There we go.
Oh, 7 of 7.
So I don't know. What do you want to do, Saba? Do you want to end stream early, or do you want to pivot into like we'll end Professor Layton, right? Because we want the recording to be its own thing. We can end Professor Layton. Wait, Grant, do you still leave early on Saturdays, right?
Yeah. I appreciate waiting though. That means a lot to me. So thank you.
So we're only gonna get like, well, you said 13 hours, right? So it's like probably 4 weekends, right?
Probably.
Not that bad.
That's not that bad. I wish it was a little quicker than that, just because we're gonna be chewing into SCP. I think we're gonna skip. Well, we'll probably skip Mario Sunshine, all things considered. But okay.
And
But
then
anyway,
end with Galaxy.
goodbye, Grant.
Goodbye.
Thank you for being here. That was a lot of fun.
Taking my leave.
Goodbye,
Aw,
Jesse.
Jesse's leaving us too. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
So I don't know. What do you want to do, Saba? Do you want to do? We can do
We could
Vampire
just
Survivors
do-
and just chit chat. We could
I was
do.
just about to say, yeah.
Or I could show you the new single player content and we can just chit chat. Both of these things are very easy to just chit chat over.
I don't mind either. Or
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the recording. Stop recording. There we go. Man, Professor Layton's fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm glad.
This is excellent.
This is kind of like the puzzle stuff. Like I like. I wish when I was like when I wanted to make like the little game in Cogswell, I wanted to include puzzles like this, like stuff that like actually required thought.
These are like things that I feel like you would find in like a book at the Scholastic Book Fair, where it's like, hey, 101 puzzles. You know what I mean? And
I
it's like,
do love a good book fair, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see. Path of Champions. Legends of Rune. Era. New single layer on is.
And if you want, Zach, we could still like end stream like just like 30 minutes early or something.
Are you telling me that you want to end stream 30 minutes early?
Maybe. I know I'm getting kind of hungry. Like more hungry than usual.
We can end a little bit early. That's totally fair.
This is really nice music too.
Era, thank you. Okay, so with that, I'm going to. All right, I have updated. I'm gonna close out of this. I don't know if I still have like just a general game recording for League or for Legends of Runeterra available, so we'll have to look at that.
Did you find it amusing that I when I read your like text or your message to me, I had to double take for a second because I was like, not Lord of the Rings, Legends of Runeterra.
There's an extra letter in there, but I understand the confusion. Here you go. I'll stream to you, and then for the miscellaneous stream, I'm going to change that to Legends of Runeterra, and it should be fine. We're coming back. All right, cool. We should still be streaming, right? Has it changed yet? I just want to double check to make sure that it's changed. Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. We're all back. We're just going to do a little bit of Path of Champions. Just chill out. If you want to bring up one of the banter topics in the thing, totally can. That's totally fine. But yeah.
Oh, we didn't get to see Grant's. Why he put the meme thing there? You put what Monster Hunter weapon would you choose if you were a hunter?
I feel like that would be a better discussion with a lot of people in there, because I don't know. Do you really know Monster Hunter?
Probably not as much as you guys do.
Because I mean, just the question's just really basic. I was just trying to think of something that was a little bit more just hypothetical.
You want to give me the list
types?
And I'll give you my initial reaction, and then you'll like type me as like being like, okay, Saba, you like this, then you're probably crazy.
Well, okay, so I mean, I can try.
You choose the Book of Death, Saba? I don't.
That's not a weapon that you can use. I'm gonna surrender through this because I think I'm on a bad pace with this current run. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, the thing is that there's a lot of weapons in Monster Hunter at this point. I think there's 14. So it's like you got your sword and shield, which is your like most basic type of weapon. You got a block
sword with shield.
Sword and shield, where it's like short range, but you have a block, which is really valuable. Like I guess the idea is that sword and shield isn't exactly excellent at anything, but it does a lot of things pretty well. So it's like it's a really good bread and butter weapon. A lot of people suggest it as like your first weapon. You know what I mean? I
tend to like fighting with swords, though. Like when you include a shield, then it starts like becoming a little heavy with the shield. And this is all in my mind. I'm saying heavy arbitrarily, I guess, but it becomes heavier. But yes, continue.
Okay. Who did I beat this with? I beat this with Jin, so I can. Man, my bard it's not leveled up enough. I mean, whatever. I'll just Solar Scourge. It's fine. We're just chilling out. So there's that. There's like there is a list, like there's a de facto like list that they're depicted as in the games, and I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to give you the weapons in that order, or whether or not it would be better to start from like the most simplistic to the least simplistic. You know what I mean? And I'm not entirely sure which one would be more beneficial. We can go to the hammer. The hammer was my favorite and still is my favorite weapon in Monster Hunter.
I'm not really a hammer person.
Really slow, heavy hits that are designed to shatter and break monster parts.
I like... Okay. I mean...
So there's that.
Being strong is always a good thing.
The absolute opposite of hammer is dual blades, which are definitely like the Naruto, I'm gonna use 1,000 daggers to slice up your face type.
Okay, cool.
It's like dual blades has like a ninja run that it can do and stuff like that.
It's the agility thing. It's light on the feet.
Yeah. You get the idea. So that's that play style. There's a lot of like ranged weapons in the game. Like probably the most default would be this guy's gonna die because this guy's gonna just defend him, but that's fine. There's the bow and arrow, which is just the most basic. Not exactly a very high attack speed, but it has one of the most iconic special attacks in the game, in which you take an arrow, strike it against the ground to like light it like a firework, and then you shoot it like a projectile through a monster, and it's piercing, right? So it will pierce through the monster.
Bow.
And the idea is that at the after you fire it, it explodes every like however many like halves of seconds. I think it's like every half second it explodes, which means that if you shoot it down the tip to tail of a monster, it's going to hit them a lot, right? So it's really fun. I don't have a particular affinity for it, but that's just because I don't have the patience to be a bow user. There's also bow gunners, which bow guns are really super massive machine guns where you're just like shooting the monster.
Yeah. I'm not really a gun person either, as well.
I mean, there's heavy bow guns and light bow guns, but they're essentially, well, they're not the same. They play very differently, but they're the same. The same type of person plays both. What else? There's the Lancer. If you're a defensive type person, the Lancer, or
like
Lance
spear?
rather. Well, the thing is that it does have a spear, but the main thing that it has that makes it interesting is a giant fuck you shield, which is designed to taunt and completely mitigate damage that it takes.
Okay, so it becomes heavy now again with the shield. The shield is very interesting.
The shield is interesting, and Lancers are particularly interesting because the idea is that they don't deal a lot of damage over time. They deal massive spikes of damage, which, depending on who you're fighting and, you know, in what circumstance you're fighting a monster, could be better. You know what I mean? It might just straight up be better than doing progressive damage over time. So that's that.
Yeah.
There's Insect Glaive. Insect Glaive is the aerial combat weapon, I guess is how you would describe it. You essentially, the main thing that you're using it for is, like in combat, is you're using the glaive. It's like this big two-bladed pole. You're using the glaive to vault yourself into the air and then do a bunch of air combos, right? Because when Insect Glaive
I need to know what a glaive looks like.
You just look up Insect Glaive. You know what I mean? If you want to just look it up real quick.
It's just one of those things that it's like a pole with the...
It's a pole arm with two blades, like one on each end.
Okay.
Right. Well, some of them
That's
don't have a blade on each end, but that's just aesthetic. But anyway.
Yeah.
So when Insect Glaive was introduced to the series, that's when they really tried to revamp the aerial combat that existed. And part of that was, hey, well, let's add a weapon that allows you to mount monsters from the air, as opposed to what you used to have to do, which was like, you know, jump on them from like a height. So anyway, the other thing that an Insect Glaive does that's really interesting is that it technically has a drone, like an automatic fighter that you have as well. It's this, it's called a kinsect. And the idea is that the different parts of a monster will give you one of three, like, it's actually nectars, like essences from the monster, either red, yellow, or white. And the idea is that if you have, if your Kinsect has a red nectar, it will start glowing red. You can call it back to you, and you will get a temporary buff for like 5 or 6 minutes, where your red buff is like, hey, I have health regen and I'm dealing extra damage. And it's like, oh, okay, that's interesting. The yellow nectar is, I recover from using items quicker and I regenerate stamina passively. So it's like, oh, okay, that's really good. And then white is, I have a higher chance to pierce through armor, because a lot of monsters will have like thick plating, and so this gives you a better chance. And Insect Glaive is a bladed weapon, right? So you need to have this piercing in order to get some of those monsters. But if you have all three on at the same time, it refreshes the duration, doubles the duration, and then doubles the effectiveness of all three. So you have this really...
definitely seems overpowered.
Well, it sounds overpowered, but that's only because it's really hard to do all of these things while staying in the air.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's a high performance weapon, I guess, is how I would be comfortable describing it as.
High skill, but like...
Yeah. You're obviously picking up on what I'm putting down. What else? God, you got like Charge Blade and Charge Axe and stuff like that. They're so complicated, I don't even know how to do them. Charge Blade and Switch Axe, I believe, is what it's actually called. Not Charge Axe, but they're both weapons. You ever see gameplay of Bloodborne?
Yes.
In Bloodborne, the thing was that your weapon was essentially two weapons, right? There was a button that you could press that would transform your weapon from like a big scythe to like, oh, now it's a spear, right? Both the Switch Axe and the Charge Blade kind of do the same thing, where the idea is that the Charge Blade, you're whacking the monster, getting essences from the monster, pumping it into vials, and then once you have enough vials that are full of this monster's essence, you get to supercharge your sword. It picks up your shield becomes an axe, and you just start wailing on the monster, and you do like a big explosion. It's a really interesting thing. But the main part of the weapon, that is the reason why I don't use it, is that you have to learn combos with it. You cannot just spam buttons. You have to know combos in order to do well with the Charge Blade. And then the Switch Axe is kind of the same thing, where you're constantly switching back and forth between this one axe form and this other axe form. Like, as you're attacking, you're switching back and forth in order to like keep your momentum and stuff like that. And the Switch Axe has a lower ceiling of possibility, but a easier floor of actual execution. You know what I mean? Yeah. How many is that? I don't know how many we've done so far. There's the horn, like actual musical horn. It's one of the more interesting weapons. So, prior to the horn being added to Monster Hunter, the only type of weapon that dealt blunt damage, like i.e. crushing damage, was the hammer. And then they added the horn, and the horn is literally like, you know, like in the cartoons, they have like the big thing where they just go brrr.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but it's a saxophone. And it's a saxophone that's made out of monster bone, so when you whack a monster with it, you break their skull. Now, obviously, you're not really supposed to do that too terribly often. That's not really what, you know, it's about per se. But you can, you know, and it's effective in that it's effective. Let's go here. God, sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained, obviously, with the game, but the main thing that the horn is supposed to do is that you have, in Monster Hunter, you have a heavy, a light, and then a special attack, right? Or rather, horns have a special attack. Most other things have like a dodge or something. So each of your attack... Oh, sorry, no. you have your light, heavy, and then combo attack, which is doing light and heavy at the same time. So let's say light attack is a high note, low attack is a low note, and a combo note is a harmony. You need to do a set of these 3 types of notes. I think it's 4. You have to do like 4 of them in a sequence, and then you don't need to do them all at once. You can like do them and then later come back to finish your sequence. But then depending on what sequence you have, you'll either do your default buff or you'll do a specialty buff to everybody who's within a radius around you. And this is where you get stuff where really good horn players will do crazy shit. Like right as you start a fight, they'll be like double health regeneration, double crit damage, double movement speed, let's go. And then you just absolutely demolish a monster. So like a really good horn player is a godsend. So that's really cool.
Okay.
Is there anything else that's particularly... Oh, you have the long blade. If you like cool samurai shit, long blade is exactly what you want to do.
Long blade sounds cool. I do like a good long blade.
Long blade. So the main thing with the long blade, like its thing that it's trying to do, I guess, as a descriptor, is, dude, this shit's crazy. He has fucking 8 stats on turn 2. This is ridiculous. What the fuck? I can't stop this. I'm gonna die. Whatever. The thing with the long blade is that it has counters, right? So you do the cool samurai thing of having your blade that's twice as long as your body in its sheath, and there's a really quick taunt that you can do, which gives you this blue glow for like a second, right? If a monster hits you while you're in that blue glow, you go sing, and you take no damage, and you fucking chop the monster in half. It's awesome, but it's really hard to do. It's like so hard, especially since like a lot of monsters have specific like AI to detect when you're trying to counter them, and they'll like try to like fuck up your timing and stuff like that. So the game does a lot of stuff specifically to make it difficult for you, but you know, some people like that and some people don't. Who knows?
I'm liking that idea.
I love and like in Monster Hunter World, the long blade had a helm splitter where if you had enough stacks of sharpness on your blade, you could start charging a monster, which is a default move that you can do where you just start running at them, right? But then if you do that and then hit them with a combo with full sharpness meter, your character sticks their blade into the monster, runs up the side of the monster, leaps into the air, pulls the thing back, and just fucking axes them. Just boom, 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 and they just take 1,000,000 damage. It's so freaking cool. Hey, look at this guy.
Okay.
This guy's like, huh?
Oh, sir. So what you got there?
What other... I'm trying to think if there's any other, like, really important things that I haven't mentioned yet. I can't really think of any.
I'm pretty leaning on that long sword. I think that sounds pretty cool.
So, I don't know. And obviously, like, the point of this discussion wasn't just to have me yammer about Monster Hunter for, like, 20 minutes or whatever. It was to, you know, you can kind of get someone's personality by the weapon that they end up, like, choosing. And obviously, as a person who hasn't actually played the game, you're just going based off my description. And I can tell you...
I am going based off of, like, my play style, too.
Right. Like, well, that's the thing. I thought that I would really like... Oh, I totally forgot I can't remember the actual name, but it's Giant Sword. It's the fucking...
Oh, like Claymore?
No. Like, if you've seen like screenshots, it's a blade that is literally 4 times the size of your body. And the whole point of this weapon is that it swings slower than a glacier. It swings so slow, and if a monster does anything, you're gonna get interrupted and fumble your hit. But if you do it properly, if you know the monster's pattern, if you know where you're supposed to be, if you know where the monster's going to be, and you do it perfectly, it is by far the highest single hit damage that you can possibly do in the game. And my God, when you hit it properly, it's so great. And the reason I bring that up is because
It's
that's
like
what
the baseball bat in Smash.
exactly. Actually, you're very close. That's pretty accurate. Initially, that's what I thought I wanted to play. You know what I mean? I thought like, oh, I want to do giant sword, and then
I probably gets tiring very quickly because it's like there's not much to it.
Exactly. You're actually hitting the nail directly on the head, because back in Monster Hunter World, the giant sword had I think it's great. No, it's not great axe. Maybe it's great axe. But anyway, the giant sword essentially had exactly one game plan. You know what I mean? And while that's not necessarily the worst thing in the world to, you know, have something that you find enjoyable, I wanted something a little bit more dynamic. And I found that in Hammer. You know what I mean? So I ended up enjoying Hammer. The thing with Longblade is that if you're not hitting your counters, which sometimes isn't your choice, you know what I mean? Sometimes the monster is just fucking with you and you can't hit your counters. And if you're not hitting your counters, you drop like a rock. You know what I mean? Like, you have no defensive capabilities if you're using stuff that longsword wants you to do.
But you can still slash them, right? You just can't really block that much.
No. Your counter doesn't go off at all.
No, okay. The Longblade isn't just counter, right? You can actually just hit them.
Yes, you can swing on the monster with your regular blade, but if you're doing that, well, you could do that. Essentially, if you're not doing counters, you drop your overall damage output by 60%.
I mean, yeah, because counters are, like, supposed to be, like, hard, and obviously, yeah. But it's, like, the special thing about Longsword is that you have counter as an ability to do.
Right. So it is true.
Yes.
You could literally just do ///, and then that final slash will give you a level of sharpness, and then you can slowly make your way up through the sharpness levels like that. But if you do a counter, like if you get good and successfully do counters, it'll just instantly set you to level 4 sharpness. Because it's hard.
I mean, that's...
You know what I mean?
That's... I still think... Yeah, I think that's pretty cool, right? Because it's like, it allows you to practice doing that, but you still have a way of giving damage.
Exactly.
If you miss counter. Yeah.
And so I think that that's really cool. So, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe someday in the distant future when you have... Wait, you already have a PS5 because you're rich as hell. Maybe someday in the future when they make a new Monster Hunter game for, like, primary consoles... You can check it out.
We don't kill gentle dinosaurs.
Most of the dinosaurs are pretty not gentle. There are definitely some gentle monsters that I feel bad killing. Usually, like the first...
Oh, man.
Usually the very first quest you get in the game is to kill a peaceful dinosaur. Because... And, like, the game's explanation is like, hey...
Excuse.
Well, the game's explanation is like, hey... They're overeating the local fauna or the local flora.
It still makes me feel bad, sir. That's the excuse.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
Like, I don't disagree. Like when you say excuse, I definitely agree. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I definitely don't agree with the idea that being like, oh, it's fine because whatever.
So, like, ultimately, based off of, like, because I don't know the exact gameplay, but, like, I do probably would like the Longblade. The
Longblade is very anime.
Sword and Shield.
Dual Blade is very anime. Sword and Shield is really interesting because Sword and Shield has access to a lot of kind of useful, unique stuff. Like, one of the things that's really important to know is that one of the things that you're doing constantly, summon 3 different random 1-cost Poros and grant Poro allies +2/+2. That's kind of interesting. I'm not going to do that, but that sounds kind of interesting. I don't want a fucking sapling.
Because it's just, ultimately, I like something that I like feeling like I can hit something. Because usually I like being agile to a certain degree, but if you're like too agile and your hits become too weak, then it becomes like, like you want to be able to feel the hit,
like
right?
The thing that
but
you're
I also
doing
don't really like slow stuff.
Like the thing that you're primarily doing in high ranks hunts in Monster Hunter, the stuff that you're doing in high rank hunts is mostly like... with dual blades, it's mostly like applying poison to an opponent, right? Or
yeah, so like the thing doesn't hit that hard, but you get the extra damage by
you're applying a lot of on-hit effects very quickly, which admittedly I found a lot of fun when I was playing it for a while, because they have status effects like paralyze and stuff like that, where like you have paralysis damage on your weapon, and when you walk up to a monster, you go stab, 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 and then the monster goes and falls to the ground, and like that's pretty funny. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, every weapon has, and I think there's a couple that I missed because there are some that I just never think about. But every weapon in the game has a reason to exist and has a very avid fan base that loves it to death. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, ultimately I've given you my play thing. So
I could see you starting with Longblade. You know?
Maybe, well, there, because, you know, you'd have to be introduced and stuff, but by the end, I'd probably like Longblade. So tell me, Zach, what's my personality like?
Well, I mean, that's like a ridiculous question to ask, but I guess if I had to make some sort of like crazy analysis of like your personality, based on just how Longblade players usually are in online lobbies, you don't want to be the person who's at the front of the party getting like leading the way and doing a lot of attention, but you sure as hell want to be the person who gets that final kill and gets to take a bunch of the glory, because that's how what long players do.
Okay,
long blade players will hang back, get counters, get their sharpness up all the way, and then do fuck all for like minutes at a time in order to do big hit. I broke the monster's part. Thank you very much. You know what I mean? Like, that's what Longblade players do.
Okay, because I would probably be
exactly that type of person.
No, because you're just like, they're holding back. Because I do like the idea of going in and just like constantly attacking. But how does like count? Is like a counter like? Does it take time to counter? Or is it like a momentary thing?
So the counter, you have to do it as a taunt, which means that you cannot taunt while moving, right?
Okay.
So if you're running and you hit the taunt button, your character is going to stop. And then
so
if
it's
you,
like if you
but then if you mash the
slash,
button again,
yeah,
you will go into the taunt. But because the game recognizes that you haven't been standing still for like a certain amount of time, it's going to go into a longer taunt animation before the counter comes up. You know what I mean? So essentially, the idea
you have to stand for a pretty good amount of time before.
It's like a second or two. Yeah. Okay. So like if you're running in, you want to, like, a lot of people do this, and that's totally fine, because like I said, if you're moving and you hit taunt, your character will just stop dead. So normally, like, there's a lot of monsters that charge you, right? Like Diablos and Brachydios and stuff like that, where they charge you. And it's like, oh, okay, I recognize that it's starting to do its charge. I'm going to hit taunt, wait a second, and then at the last possible second, because you get a damage increase the shorter your taunt or your counter was up. At the last possible second, I'm going to taunt. As soon as my blue sparks come up and the monster hits me, I'm going to slash it and knock it over me like it fell, like it tripped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Because I was like, if you can go into the battle swinging your sword, right? Maybe there's not a lot of movement, but because you end up just stops and you swing, right? Then you can taunt via that and then counter.
You can certainly try to do that. A lot of stuff in the game, like, they have a lot of effort in the actual combo mechanics of Monster Hunter, where it's like, okay, I think if like most people will just mash light attack, right? Because light attack is the faster one and people feel a lot safer doing it. If you're mashing out light attack, you cannot do a taunt from a light attack. But if you do light attack, heavy attack, and then taunt, your character will fluidly go into the animation, and it will be smooth as butter. You know what I mean?
See, like, I'm starting to, like, yeah, that seems more something, like, I don't like the idea of just standing around taunting to, like, get the timing right. Like, I prefer going in, fighting a bit,
a lot of Longblade players do that, and it's frustrating.
See, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like I would play differently than that.
And the thing is that I would hope that you would, because obviously the number one thing that I want from people who are, well, it is correct.
Yeah.
But it is technically the optimal way to play.
Sure.
And that's the thing, where it's like, I would hope that you would do what's fun as opposed to what's like the best, quote unquote.
Because it's like, once again, the reason why I said, like, I like hitting. Like, hitting feels nice, like, with a sword.
I'm telling Child Protective Services.
yikes. Hitting with the sword feels nice, but like the addition of having like a cool counter, I think is fun.
Yeah.
So there's the explanation of for me. I guess I'm
there's
not like
thing.
normal.
It was a long segment,
person.
but I'm actually quite happy with your answer. I was worried that you were gonna. I mean, you did kind of say it, but also not. I was worried that you were gonna say like oh yeah, I'll just do sword and shield. Because sword and shield.
Well, the thing is, I like
is
sword
really boring
by itself. Like normally, I like something I can hit with that like gives me like a nice like feeling to it. And surprisingly, like or not surprisingly, like the sword is usually the balanced option, right? In terms of like weight class.
You remember when I told you that the lance has this big fuck you shield that like blocks 100% of damage? Like I said, the sword and shield does a lot of stuff like kind of okay. Late game sword and shield builds, the shield only blocks 50% damage. So it's like, oh, that's only 50%. But when you think about it, because you're mitigating most of the damage, like 50% of the damage, your character is a lot harder to knock down. You can throw up your shield in the middle of a combo. So like you're slashing them with the thing, and as soon as fucking Rathalos or whatever goes to do a counter tail swing, you can just pop up your shield, take a little bit of damage, but guess what? You didn't interrupt my combo. I'm gonna finish my combo and slice off your leg.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
nice. I think, yeah. I think the more I'm thinking about it, like I'm just very not used to playing with a shield character. Like I even think the first, like I'm so used to dodging. Dodging is what like the games I play usually rely on. I think the only time I've had it, which is in Tales of Arise, with one of the characters, she doesn't dodge. She puts up her shield as her like defense. And so it's like I just haven't played really a lot with shield. So like normally I like having more freedom of movement, and when I think of a shield, it's a lack of freedom of movement.
Right. Because instead of getting out of the way, you're taking it head on, and it's about timing. I guess they're both about timing, but one of them is about timing and maneuverability, whereas the other one is like sacrificing maneuverability for I don't know. I guess just the idea.
I like sword, but I was like, the shield makes me a little but then you gave me long blade, and I was like, okay.
And you're like, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, because like I think I used to just be like, oh, I love being like the most agile, but I like the more I think about it, like I like feeling like the thing hit. So that's why I was like, maybe not dual swords.
Dual blades,
even though I do like the dual blade.
Dual
I
blades,
like it.
they did eventually give dual blades, because dual blades are just kind of cool on their own, right? Just because you do like you do the Naruto run, and like everybody's like, oh, haha, isn't that funny?
Like that would definitely be like a close second, the dual blade.
Sure, but the thing that I was thinking of in reference to dual blade is that they gave them a move that was actually like really freaking hype, like a special move, where if you are in demon form, which is their special mechanic, where as you attack a monster, you build up your demon form meter, and then once the meter is at full, you just click in on both of the sticks, and boom, you're in demon mode until that meter runs out, and you can extend that meter by attacking, right? So it's like, so essentially, it's just telling you, stab that motherfucker, right? While in demon mode, you have increased attack speed, increased hit chance, increased piercing on enemy on monster parts, and then in addition to the increased movement speed, if you run into a solid object that's not a monster, your character will attempt to either mantle it to get on top, or just run up the surface like an anime character, right? Not for too terribly long, but they'll run up it, right? While you're running up a surface, you can jump to propel yourself off the wall, like kick off the wall. If you then do any attack, combo, heavy, light, no matter what, your character will fucking spin into a Beyblade. And then while in Beyblade form, if you hit a monster, your character will automatically maneuver themselves to whatever, like either the head or the tail, whichever one they're closest to, and will then go down the spine of the monster to the other thing that it wasn't at yet. So either from head to tail or tail to head. And it looks really cool because it's like all these like sparks are flying off and stuff like that. It's literally like a Beyblade cutting up a monster, and I can't lie, I'm really jealous because it looks really cool.
I'm jealous. Okay.
Well, because like I said, as a hammer player, the coolest thing a hammer player has is like when you have this thing where like when you knock out a monster, the monster will be concussed for a while and just lay on the floor, right? And then a hammer player will come over and they have this really slow combo where you're just mashing heavy attack over and over. And you have this hammer, which is twice your body weight. You swing it over your head and you just go boom, 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 like hammering their skull into the ground like a nail. And you just do it, and every single time you get a consecutive hit, it deals double damage to what you did last time, up to 3 times. You know, or up to, I guess, a grand total of 8. You know, and it's like, it's really satisfying. But that is the coolest thing that hammers do, is this like boom, 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 and then you're done.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so there you go. I figure, because I know that you said you wanted to end like 30 minutes early or whatever, I'm going to finish this mission and then we'll call it. We'll be back tomorrow.
I can hang on. I can hang on. That's fine. So
I am actually really excited to get back to Layton tomorrow, because I don't know if you caught on, but it's really easy and really soothing to do Professor Layton's voice. It's a very mellow British man, and I'm like, yeah,
British for sure. I love how I'm always the default. Whatever character's the default sidekick, always just is like, yeah, that's good enough for Saba. Like,
because the thing is that a lot of default sidekicks have high pitched voices.
Yeah, it's like it's either an animal. So far for us,
either
it's
an animal, a woman,
a young
or a child.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, fits in. Guess my role categories.
Right, and that's your voice profile. And then I don't necessarily think I don't necessarily think that I'm like the most appropriate person for Professor Layton, but like if we're streaming, I'm here, because otherwise that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
you know.
It's the
It's like the de facto rule of like how streams work. So that's why we're doing this.
Unless it's literally like the farthest thing from you. And then in that case, we have to
right, and then we have to figure out somebody else.
Yeah.
Like if the main character is like, I don't know, a woman. And then Saba gets her turn to
Then suddenly it's me. And then the sidekick will be you, because they have to do the opposite.
They have to do the
in order to
opposite.
get contrast.
I was just about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's kill and stun. How about that? How do you like them apples, motherfucker?
Guys are cute.
God, stop playing shit.
Just stop playing.
These
Give
goddamn
up, sir.
These goddamn opponents always doing shit. Okay, boom, boom. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna set you to that instead, so we get a little bit more healing. But yeah, I don't know. It's really weird just talking about this Monster Hunter stuff, because I forgot how much I played Monster Hunter and how into the game I was for like a solid like 7 months, and then at some point I just dropped it. It was just gone. Like, I never went back. I do keep up with the series and stuff, but it's just like, yeah, I just like never really did anything with it again. And that feels kind of weird.
Yeah, sometimes stuff happens, where it's just like you stop something without actually realizing how long it's been since you've done it.
Yeah, it was like, if I remember correctly, it was the Monster Hunter World DLC came out for consoles, and there was this one fight against an infamously tough monster, right? I can't remember what it's called. I think it began with a B, but it's a monster. It was a monstrously tough monster, and I don't know. I was just fighting it, and then just at one point, I was just like, man, this just isn't fun, because the monster is like purposefully unfair. Like, the monster is constantly doing shit that's specifically designed to like frustrate and annoy the player, and I was just like, I just don't want to do that, man.
It's not fun.
I'm not into this. And I just stopped. I just never made it any further than that. They did introduce my favorite monster in the series in that DLC, though. It was a brand new monster that obviously had never been introduced before, which was, imagine a T-Rex, but instead of a T-Rex head, it had the head of a reindeer and the antlers of a moose.
Okay.
And it was covered in fur. Like, or sorry, not covered in fur. It was still reptilian, but it had like plumage around its neck and like fur on its shoulders and stuff like that.
Being reptilian really does throw one off.
Well, because like so
off.
many, like, and that's the thing, like so many of the monsters in Monster Hunter have to be reptilian because they're dragons or something, right? Like a lot of the monsters in Monster Hunter, despite looking like dinosaurs, are classified as like drakes and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, I get what you're saying, but also, what the hell are you talking about? But yeah, like in because the name of the expansion was Iceborne, and the idea is like, hey, we discovered this new continent and it's completely frozen over because of this like really scary monster that lives there, right? And every single creature that lives there, save for like 2, is a reptile. And I'm like, what? How the hell are you living here? The fucking ocean's frozen outside. You should be dead. You know? Anywho, that was a great stream. I had a great time. I was worried initially that I was going to be kind of like low energy for stream today because it was a rough day at work. But no, I feel great, and I think that this was a fun time. I will see you tomorrow, and then I won't see you again until the following Friday.
True. Alrighty. Bye.
All right. Ciao, ciao.